Hello and welcome to the Computer Game Show. My name is David Turner. I'm here with James Farley,
Hello.
Matt Murray,
Hello.
and Sean Bell.
Hello.
We'd like to start the show by thanking our Patreon producers this month. They are Aaron Patrick, the QuickBooks chap, Simon Nelson, Moomin Biscuit, Trans Rights and Human Rights, Dave Ernsberger, Colin Brown, Gasman, Rocketman76, Smooth Monkey, John Tempelli, Jackie Sniper, Sam Higton, Stan, Philip with an F, Cutty, Steve Lee, Jack Oven, Grey Dragon Claw, Colin the Car Wanker Smith, Lee Keybottom, My Dog Skip, Dean, Evil Mammal, Conky Donkers Full Nels Conga, Laser Quest, congratulations on 500 episodes, Adam Staff, 42 Sources Span, James S, brought to you by Thomas S, and I fucked that up actually, it was James S. Look, listen, you're too clever for me, all right? We do have a returning Full Nels, and it's Dr. Wookie. Is it the one on Matt's ass? We don't know, but welcome to the Full Nels crew, and thank you so much for supporting us over at patreon.com/TCGS. We got plans for our Patreon supporters, haven't we, Matt? What's happening?
Yes, this Thursday for 9, for the £8.50 and above tier, we're going to be doing the eagerly awaited talks over of the Generation game. And we're going to do with both a Bruce Forsyth episode, and we are going to risk talking over or watching a Jim Davison episode as well following that. So,
are we definitely doing both of them?
I think we should,
I
for
was about to say,
comparison.
we're saying we'll risk it, but I was like, but surely he doesn't do anything problematic. And then I rememred I found an episode where the thumbnail is potentially problematic.
Right,
I
okay,
think that's
yeah.
the one we're going to do.
That's the one we're doing. That's the one we're doing.
Yeah.
We got to do it.
So that's Thursday at 9. Yeah, the Patreon post will go out this week if you're the £8.50 and above tier. I'm looking forward to it apprehensively.
Ian Lee's Imposter Syndrome. There's a bunch of new dates announced. I was very stupid and didn't have them lined up in front of me. So I'm going to try and pick through a few of them. July 30th at the Free Sheets in Rochester. That is happening. I will be there. 14th at Rope Tackle, Shoreham by the Sea. That's 14th of August. There's the Found Festival, Claydon Estate in Buckingham. I don't think I'm at that one, but 29th of August, if that sounds up your street. I'm not going to plug the ones that I'm definitely not. I know the Gingerbeard Mark has taken over a couple of my shows, and I honestly, stepping in my grave that quick, would you, mate? Eh? But the September the 5th, Half Moon in Putney, that's going to be a really good one. Come and see us there. There are a few more. I promise next week I'll go into them a little bit more in depth, because that's been a pathetic plug. But if you go to ianlee.com, all the tickets for Ian Lee's Imposter Syndrome is there. An hour of Ian Lee and telling you about his career, and an hour of me interviewing him on stage. It's a good laugh. That's the end of the plugging for this week. If you're still with us, thank you so much. It's good to be back. I was off last week, and I might as well fucking should have been here. To be quite honest with you. Well, we lost. Sean.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I thought you were
lost
talking
the
about
big football
the
match.
content of the show. But yeah.
No, the show was fine. It was the football that was not fine. Well, specifically the second half. Also, I did see the person that messaged in straight away at the final whistle saying, fuck Millwall in the feedback form.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Listen,
I did
mate.
delete that one. I saw.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I did want to go, listen, mate, if like you're laughing at Millwall not being in the Premier League, we've never been in the Premier League. It's not a big surprise. I'm absolutely fine with it. I'm absolutely fine with it.
Yeah,
It's
sounds
cool,
like it hasn't
man.
affected you at all.
No, it hasn't. It could be worse. We could be West Ham. Anyway, shall we get to... Sorry, Carl. I know Carl's a West Ham fan if he's listening. Well, he's got to listen to the fucking show. I do have a couple of notes on last week's show.
Your feedback.
Right. Okay. Right, up at Star Fox. You didn't mention, this is the announcement of the Star Fox game in last week's show. Is it a Switch 2 game or is it a Switch?
Switch 2.
Is it on both?
Yeah.
Just Switch 2.
Look, I think you gave that an easy ride to be honest with you. I've
think?
got lots of thoughts on this fucking game. Lots
Okay.
of thoughts.
Let's hear them.
What's the problem with it?
What's the
Well, what
beef?
the fuck? What are they doing? Like, what are Nintendo doing at the moment? What
Well,
are
they're
they
just doing
doing?
another soft reboot, aren't they, of a series?
Yeah, but it's not. It's fucking Star Fox 64.
I know, but
why
they've done
don't-
this every time. Every time they release a Star Fox game, it's the same game. Like,
Well,
again,
that's not true.
It is
Like,
true.
I mean, they have released some shit ones. Don't get me wrong, but it's not always been the same game.
Well,
the thing
pretty
that annoys
much.
me is that it's been ages since the last Star Fox game, right? What was the last one on the Wii U? I think.
Star Fox Zero,
Yeah.
which was also like a kind of remake of the original as well.
Right, hold on. You used a lot of qualitative words there. Yeah, but it was also somewhat sort
Okay,
of a
it's-
reboot. What does that mean?
It means that it played pretty much, well, not exactly the same because it did have
Okay,
that,
right.
that
Okay,
whole-
shut the
Played
fuck up,
really
then, James.
differently,
Right,
James.
just stop, James. Just stop. Look, for me, I just kind of think Nintendo right now, when they're firing on all cylinders, they're brilliant, right? This is shit. This is shit. Their next big announcement, their next big game is a reboot of Star Fox 64. I love that game. I played that like a couple of months ago. I think I mentioned it on the pod that it still holds up and it's really good fun. But why don't you just, like, especially for, what is it, a £60 game or £40 game?
It's a
40.
it's a
It's
budget
just-
£45 release.
Yeah, just below full price. Yeah.
Mate, not for me. Look, I'm a massive Star Fox fan. You know, I'm so glad when we heard rumours that Star Fox was coming back. Great. Like, but if you have to wrap it up in a similar style game to Star Fox 64, that's fine. But bring
Okay.
modern sensibilities to it and make it something new. Don't just
Well,
regurgitate
but do you
an
not
old
think
game.
That's
Like-
what they tried with Star Fox Zero because I was right about this. It wasn't a remake. It was what Nintendo called a reimagining of the N64 game.
Right, so not what you. So you're not right then, because that's
Of
not
course
what
I'm
you
right.
said.
It's the same
No.
thing. It's just
Okay,
you
James. James,
Yeah,
you're
it-
wrong.
I'm
You-
not
you said
wrong.
to me-
It was
No,
also
you are,
this was
you are,
also
mate.
you didn't even play it. You didn't even play the game. I played it. I reviewed it.
James, you said to me, right, they always release Star Fox 64.
Yes,
And I
they
went, no,
do.
they don't. They release
Okay.
new ones. And you went, Star Fox Zero. And I said, is that a remake of Star Fox 64?
No, it's a
sort of, not a-
reimagining.
It's a
That's what they called it. They called it a reimagining. It's the
just-
same
okay.
game
Right,
with the
yeah,
dual
you're right.
screen thing.
Do you know what, Sean? He
Hmm.
is right. They just keep releasing the same game over and over again. I don't know why I questioned it.
They
And
do.
look,
No, but that
they
is
do,
true. So
yeah,
if,
James, I'm
if that
agreeing
one
with
was
you.
a reimagining of 64, 64 was also a remake of the first Star Fox.
Yeah.
It's like the same game done three different ways.
yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, this freaks to me of like them not planning enough. Like, it feels like, okay, let's get a Star Fox game out while Star Fox is kind of known more because he's in the Mario movie. But they knew he was giving a movie anyway, unless it was a late edition, which is also possible, I guess, but unlikely. Why didn't they have a full game planned? But if anything, it's like, get this game out. We know the original is good and people like it. Get this game out, and if it really does do well, then we'll maybe also in the background we're also developing a proper new Star Fox game. But if they knew Star Fox giving a movie and they want to capitalize on that, why not have a fully unique?
I think
original
Star
game
Fox
ready?
is in the movie because they were already working on it. So I think it was all part of the plan.
I don't know.
I think it's
they'd
'cause
that
they've
would
never
have to
figured
do
it
a lot
out.
of forward planning, I think. Because to have him scripted and in the movie, you'd need to do that years
Yeah,
in
but
advance.
that whole film is completely modular. You can just take bits
you
out.
could
and
No,
move
easily-
yeah.
around and
No,
just-
it is dreadful, but he is in quite a bit of that movie. Look,
yeah.
Also, all that just for a remake of the first one. It feels like
but
that
it's
feels
not
like
the
a lot of
beginning.
It's not the
of
first
the
one, Matt.
comeback.
It's not the first one. Can we
is-
stop getting Star
it
Fox
is-
wrong,
it is-
please?
It's a remake of
It's
Star Fox 64, but Star
It's the
Fox
remake
64.
of Star Fox 64, Matt.
Yeah.
Which is based off the original anyway.
It
Anyway,
is.
But okay, Last of Us 2 is based off of the original.
That's
You wouldn't call
no,
it the same
that's a
game,
completely
different.
different story. Oh, for fuck's sake! It's like the same gameplay mechanics. It's the same like opening missions. It's they do the same thing every time. This is the problem with the series. They've never seemed to have figured out how to expand it beyond this, apart from with like the DS like spin-off stuff they did.
But you all seem to, but that you seem to be talking about it as if that's an okay thing.
no,
It's
I'm not saying it's okay. Of course, it's
Well,
not okay.
but you did last week. You were like, yeah, no, I'll play that again. Oh, I've never played Star
will
Fox
play it
64.
again.
I'll give that
But
a go.
the only reason that it's
a
an okay
fucking
thing-
joke that they're releasing this is a joke, right? Okay, and I love Nintendo. And when they're firing off on all cylinders, they're brilliant. When they're regurgitating shit like this, you just go, look, I've got no doubt that it'll be fun to play. I like
You're
Star
making a
Fox.
lot
I
of
think
big
it's way
claims
too
here.
early to say that this is
Yeah.
regurgitated. I think until
Okay,
people have actually
alright.
played. This could
And
be
also,
really like a really significant remake.
Sean,
There's a massive
when they're
big
showing
audience.
side by side footage of 64 and this new game and saying, "Look how similar it is," it sort of raises a few red flags for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
And look,
there's
I
also
will say,
a huge load of people that have never played like Star Fox 64,
Who
like a
gives a
younger
fuck?
generation.
who cares?
What do you mean?
Who cares? To create another Star Fox game, they could play that one instead. And if they've not played it, turn
Yeah,
on
but
your
this
Switch.
is cheaper to do it this way.
Yeah,
If they've not played it, turn on your Switch and play it on your fucking N64 app that you've got on there. Do you know
I
what I
think
mean?
people would rather play it in like looking a lot nicer with like new
James,
cutscenes, all that
turn
kind
around
of
and
stuff.
saying kids haven't played Star Fox 64 is
haven't.
a ridiculous defence of that.
How is that a
I
ridiculous
don't know. I think it's
defence?
completely valid. I think there's a whole,
I don't think it's completely valid at all.
as far as like
create
the whole
something more
section of the
modern.
audience is concerned, this is a new game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
So Nintendo should just start again and just re-release everything from day
No,
one.
obviously
have
they
been
should
doing
also
that.
make new things. I don't think this is the end of the world. I think it's going to be good. fun.
I just thought it was shit. I thought the price point is shocking. I'll play it and love it because it's Star Fox. I want them to be fucking innovating and doing new shit. This is not new shit.
they've
It's
This
okay,
is
David.
them-
There's a remake of
this is
Ocarina
them
of Time coming this
filling
year as
gaps.
well.
See,
Yeah,
do you know what
you're
this
going to
feels
slag
like?
off the Ocarina of Time remake as well.
This feels possibly. This feels like the this feels like the end of the Wii period where they're going, I don't know, we'll do this. And you go and as people like you, James, that are going, that's great actually, because some kids haven't played that. So I'm
wrong with that?
I'm
I've
all
been doing it
for
for
it.
years.
Why would I not want to play like
So
a game
I'm
that
all
I
for
really
it,
liked before
actually.
that looks a lot nicer, like at this
I
stage?
will say that I do not understand why people are angry at the new character models. I thought they looked all right.
Yeah.
Apart from Slippy, I thought Slippy looked a bit shit.
What, too
Other
slimy?
than that, everyone else.
Unnervingly slimy.
No, just like they just went, just quit. Slippy's done. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. But doesn't it look a bit weird? Just, don't worry about it. Let's get back to Falcon.
It's like they got an art team in who specialised in fur. And then they were like, right, we got to do this one other guy. Has he got any fur? Well, no, but all right, we'll just make him look like he's covered in jelly then. Fine.
Do you know
Got
what? I
one.
didn't even read
Works
the
for me.
rest of my note on that. I put it does look covered in jelly. It looks like he's barely popped out of the old what's the word for it? Spawn? No, what they call it?
Frog
frog
spawn.
spawn. Yeah, the little sack. He's a
Yeah.
tadpole. The tadpoles
Yeah.
first, and then they
The-
grow
the
into.
primordial soup.
Sick.
Yeah.
I also put James said that people want something new, but this is for kids. That's it. You said this is for kids. We want people saying,
this is
let's
for a
get
new
something new. Get
generation.
something. This is for kids. You can have something new and for kids, to be fair. And
Yeah,
then I
of course
put Slippy looks weird. I put.
I think it's completely fair to be like, this is quite damning that we're the Switch 2 is still fairly new. There are so many of Nintendo's major franchises that we haven't seen a Switch 2 vision of. So the fact that we're already getting a remake is quite damning. I do think
No,
it
it's
also looks
not.
quite
No,
good.
it's not because Charlie's not played it, so it's fine.
No,
Sean.
this is nonsense because the thing is, right, it's the Star Fox series, like it's never been like a massive hit. Like it's never been like one of Nintendo's biggest like franchises, as it were, right?
Right.
This is a quick and easy way to bring something out which maybe will hopefully catch light, and then maybe some more stuff will come from that. I don't see why you're so against them releasing something like this, which a lot of people have never played. Like, why is that a problem?
I'll probably just go back and listen to what you thought of the next remake, the announcement of the next remake of the original Halo. I'll probably go back to that and listen to what you thought about that.
But the N64, David, how long ago was that? That was fucking years ago. This
So
is
was
like
the Xbox. So was the original Xbox. It was years ago. Right, I've also
but it's
got.
already been
So was Star Fox every fucking year, apparently, according to you.
no, it's a reimagining.
I've got you. I got you. That's a point to
There's been
David.
reimaginings.
I got you with the old. You're treating Nintendo differently to Microsoft defense. I got you with that, boy.
But David, do you think this is worse than them remaking Ocarina of Time?
It depends. I think.
Some kids haven't played Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
It depends.
I
It
haven't played
depends on what.
And
It
especially
depends
before
on
the
what they
movie
do with
comes out.
Ocarina of Time, right? If they have Ocarina of Time in the same structure as it was back then, with exactly the same puzzles and all that sort of stuff,
Yeah, of course
but
it
it
will.
looks much nicer, you go, that's disappointing, right? All you're doing is you're just making it look different. You want them to take that world and that story and to bring it into a new fate, a new generation, basically to create a new game out of it. From what I saw of Star Fox, it absolutely wasn't doing that. It absolutely was going, here's the Star Fox levels, everything's in the same place. It just looks nicer, and that's what concerns me. I'd be
Yeah, I fully
disappointed if
imagine-
they don't expand on Ocarina of Time. Definitely.
But I imagine there'll be obviously a modern quality of life improvements, and I'm sure they've said even with Star Fox, like they've changed some things to make it different to satisfy more
I'd
modern
expect
audiences.
it to be bigger.
But
I'd
it'll still,
think- yeah.
You reckon? Also, like new areas. You're thinking.
Yeah, I mate, at that minimum, yeah, I would expect them to take what Ocarina of Time was and really
Yeah,
expand on
I
it.
just
gonna have
imagine
to be, isn't it?
it'll look stunning and it'll have modern sensibilities, but it'll still be crucially or fundamentally the same game. I don't.
'Cause-
If there's new areas, that'd be amazing, but I can't see it. Yeah,
Because nowadays, like Hyrule Field is going to look not very impressive. I
Oh,
think.
it's going to be
you know,
ridiculous.
'cause it's
Like
tiny.
if it Hyrule filled with just
well,
fancy
better or
graphics
worse
will look
than the desert in
absolutely
Metroid
dreadful.
Prime 4.
Better,
better, probably.
Still better, yeah.
yeah, absolutely better because you could go fishing. But other than that, but you see what I'm saying, right? Is that I love it when Nintendo are creative, and right now they are not being creative. They're not being creative. It's like a really shit period for Nintendo, and they released a new console last year. That's the most mind blowing thing to me. They released a brand new console last year, and what have we got? Like there's just nothing that's really inspiring me at the moment, and it's been out for what, it's coming on to a year now, and you go, fuck, what like where are they going? Where are the big hitters? And
It feels like we're
sure,
just really waiting for the next 3D Mario game.
It's
I mean, the
that,
next Zelda
but
game will
also-
be here will be a while.
Yeah,
We know
I
there's
don't-
a new Splatoon single player salmon run coming, but I mean, whatever. That's that. The remake of Star Fox, Metroid didn't bang. We've had Mario Kart. Like
And it's like
we're
we're
just
getting
really
a
waiting
new
for Mario, I guess.
Yeah, like we're getting a new Yoshi game, but again, it looks like a bit of a sideshow. It's not like holy shit, Yoshi's Island's back. It's like it's
Yes.
its own weird
Yeah.
little thing.
Yeah,
well,
that
the
series has
really
been
crazy
not great.
thing is that when the Switch came out, they released the regular games, right? They released the regular games, but so many people skipped the Wii U generation, and the Wii generation was so different in terms of how you play games that it felt like there'd been a long gap since the last
Yeah, it made
Mario
sense.
Party or the last really good Mario Kart and stuff like that. Well, tell it, I'll take that back before you message in. That was on the Wii U, but do you know what I mean? There was like a long gap before these games had come out, and now they haven't got that. So if they do release a new 3D Mario, like what have they got to bring out? And that's why I'm kind of thinking, man, I just hope they come out with something new, interesting, innovative, exciting. And at the moment, we're getting a Star Fox 64 re-release for £45, and we're not calling that out as very disappointing. Like,
See, the other thing that's kind of a shame is it's not even like the big stuff like Mario and like Zelda and stuff like that we're not getting. It's like with the Switch, we did get some weird stuff as well, like ARMS, that came out.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we also got like even 1-2 Switch and stuff like that, which was not great, but at least it was like something. They were trying something. Yeah, they were trying.
you want to see them experiment. You had Labo,
Yeah.
like you want to see them try stuff. You want Nintendo trying stuff, and at the moment, I can't see anything in the horizon that's of any interest. Like that Yoshi game may be good, but who knows? Metroid really didn't inspire. Metroid was a massive disappointment, and I think what I'm seeing is missed opportunity. What I'm seeing is that if they sat down and said, right, let's take the structure of Star Fox 64, let's create all new levels with all new things that we could never do in those games, and make it really interesting. What would, like, even if they were to come to us and say, look, it's an open universe Star Fox game where you've got to fly from point to point and you go, okay, this is exciting, this is interesting, this is new. But instead, they've gone new cutscenes, Star Fox 64, guys. And you want to go, fuck off, man! Come on, this is Nintendo.
But do you wonder if
that machine's sitting there doing nothing?
But then is
Like,
this Nintendo's response to the fact that games are taking longer to make now? So they know the lead time for a new Mario, new Zelda is that much longer than it used to be. So like, look, in the meantime, we can fart out a remake in a relatively short space of time, and so stuff is still coming out. I don't know.
Sure.
Especially because you're thinking like we don't want to put all our resources, like a substantial amount of resources into a series that has historically not done very well. It's like that's why they're probably.
But
thinking,
that doesn't show a lot of innovation and
it
it's just okay. But it hasn't sold well, so we'll just put less effort into it. Like, well, it's never going to sell well if you keep putting the lack of effort into it.
When you look at the indie games that come out on a regular basis that are trying new things and absolutely fucking, you don't have to make a $70, $80 whatever Star Fox game.
You do if you're making an open world Star Fox game you just described. It'll probably take ages.
That one in particular. But you don't have to do that. You can take a very basic structure of a Star Fox 64, make it modernized, new levels, new exciting things happen in those levels, new ideas. You can make a budget title, a proper budget title with some new ideas. Like that is how indie games are making money, and that's how these smaller developers are gaining their audience. Right now, Nintendo's just, as you say, farting out another remake. It's just so uninspiring to me. Like it's really, really uninspiring to me. And honestly, I sit there now. I look at that Switch 2 and just think, what's the fucking point? What is the fucking point? That thing. I like that console. I think it looks cool. I think it feels good. I love what the stuff they've done to improve over the original. But how could I remember about a year after getting a Switch, people saying, "Oh, what's this Switch then? Should I get one?" And I bet get one. There's some really good games on it. And when people come up to me and say, "Have you got a Switch too?" Yeah. Should I get one? Nah. No, not yet.
So that's the thing. Like at the moment, I mean, I'm still playing mine, quite a lot, but I'm mostly just playing backlog like Switch games on it. I'm not.
Yep.
There's nothing particularly new that I'm playing on it.
Yeah, well, I mean, we had, I guess, we had Donkey Kong, and that's been the biggest thing.
Yeah,
so far,
and that was
right?
brilliant. That was brilliant. But that was a year ago.
Pocopia was pretty huge.
Yeah, Pocopia, yeah.
What about Thomas Actually Life? Have any of you persisted with that?
No, because it just got so dull. Like I was like, I'm not actually getting much out of this anymore. Yeah, it's funny for a while in that when you first had a text-to-speech app and you make it say silly things, but that gets old pretty quickly and it doesn't really have that coming, that come back and keep playing factor.
It's also a Switch One game.
Dropped it really.
Yeah,
exactly. Another Switch One game. And I'm not saying make more games exclusive. Like that doesn't work. But even if you've just got a Switch One at this point, what are you looking forward to? I don't know. That was my view anyway. I looked at what they presented and I was not excited for it. And I'd always hoped that the next Star Fox announcement would get me very excited. Do you know what I mean?
As I said last week, I can fully see Zelda being the big Christmas game. But again,
it's another remake. As much as I love Ocarina of Time, you said that last week, and I was thinking, if their big Christmas game is another remake, come on, man.
I mean, they have sort of promised that there's more coming, but nothing.
So maybe we'll see it over summer.
I've put here, I don't remember half of these, sorry. I'm sorry, Sean, you can't have a go at James for butchering a Japanese name because he speaks Chinese. That was it. In the news,
I did say.
James. I know, but it really made me laugh. Come on, James, you speak Chinese. Also, I put Fox McCloud, me, Falco, James, Peppy, Sean, Slippy, Matt. That's
Slippy Matt.
Why?
For that one.
Why Slippy Matt?
Because he's like the excitable. Oh no!
Oh yeah, it does sound like me.
I say that a lot, to be fair.
That does sound like me.
Why did I say Peppy was Sean? Because he's sort of the level-headed. Oh, hello, a guy, and Falco is James because he's just fucking moody all the time, isn't he?
Thanks.
No explanation needed from me as
Just
Fox.
said thanks. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Okay. That was what I thought of last week's show. What did the listeners think of it, Matt?
Okay, so Tommaso Gardeno has messaged, I support Sean. 2 of my mates had the N64 and some had GameCubes later. I have no feelings about Zelda and Mario. I simply don't care. I think a reason a lot of N64 games are considered best of all time is because the people who write those lists are somewhat between you boys and me in age range. Of course, it's hard to go back in time and judge with retrospective eyes, so I guess guess it's all impossible. Ciao, kapow.
It's a great sign off. No, to be fair, to be absolutely clear, I have feelings about Mario and Zelda. Just not the N64. Oh no, I mean Mario 64 absolutely still holds up. But I just for whatever reason just never got involved with the Zeldas at the time.
I mean, Tommaso, your defence seems to be, well, I didn't like them, and then try and wave away all the people that say no, they're two of the most important video games of all time.
Ever.
Like I'm sorry, Tommaso, you're totally. I didn't really get to speak about our episode 500. I thought it was hilarious. The reaction to it was really, really funny. Even to the point where our Discord was like, right, we're going to do our own list. Like, really.
Listener's choice.
I got loads of people like messaging me going, what the fuck happened to the N64 and all that sort of stuff. So it's really funny, even though we're very, very open about how stupid the whole process is and how thick we all are, people will still have a go at you for not picking whatever's in their head. It's wild. But I really enjoyed that. I was really proud of that show, actually. I genuinely came away from that thinking that was one of the best ones we'd done. So yeah, I was happy that people seemed to enjoy it on the most part.
Yeah, aren't we great? Speaking of people who are thick, Oven Man, no, not him, me. Oven Man, the listener formerly known as All Man. I wanted to send some feedback to help Matt Murray out. In episode 501, Matt said, my memory's just so bad. I don't know what it is. It never used to be quite, well, actually, no. Maybe it's always been bad. I don't know. Given Matt is live struggling to remember if his memory has always struggled to remember, I'm going to conclude that Matt's memory is in fact bad at remembering. I enjoyed hearing about Sean's R2D2. David C3PO next week. Congratulations on 500 episodes, especially episode 500 itself.
I haven't got C3PO.
I mean,
we were talking
days.
about memories in the week, weren't we? We were talking about memories in the week.
Yes, about yeah.
How did that come up?
Well, it was
Is that
the
for
gig
the show,
you're
or
going
is it
to.
quiet?
No,
That's it. Yeah, man.
The gig you're going to.
I went to a gig on Friday. It was at the Coco, and I posted a photo of the Coco in our WhatsApp group. Going, fucking hell, the Coco! I forgot how good it is in here. And Matt went, yeah, I haven't been there since 1993. I was like, no, 3 years ago we went together, Matt. We went together.
Yeah, I might see a doctor. It's really bad.
It's all the weed.
I don't do it anymore. So
I definitely thought that might be a problem for me because obviously during my college years I did not hold back, baby. I was a wild one, and I did wonder if that really affected because everyone in my office calls me the guy that can't remember things. He forgets stuff all the time, and but in this group I'm like some sort of memory god. It's
you're memory man. That's what I call you, memory man.
They do call me that, the memory man. Yeah.
Paul Skinback. Has message. It is. God. All right, folks. After talk of what a TCGS game would look like, I would like to agree with a detective game, perhaps one where a source of an on-air fart is tracked down. I found your podcast after hearing Sean on the Star Trek Bridge Crew episode of Some Very Dry podcast, and that somehow made games as boring as books. It's impossible to say which podcast that is.
That's harsh.
I then ended up watching...
The funny thing about that is that, as Sean noted to me in the WhatsApp, WhatsApp group during the week, it wasn't Sean on that podcast; it was me.
Yep.
As well. So.
Right, who's more offended? That's the question. Who's more offended by that, James or
I think James probably should be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you honestly believe that, do you, Sean?
No way.
No, if I did a guest slot on another podcast and someone mistook me for someone else, I'd be like, well, obviously my personal brand isn't strong enough.
Okay.
Paul continues, I then ended up watching your Bridge Crew VR streams and decided to tune to TCGS. I was lucky enough to catch the beginning of a 3-episode arc of hunting for whoever guffed on a previous episode. I pride myself on being someone who knows quality when they hear it. I then ended up picking up tickets to TCGS Con in Sheffield. I was hungover as fuck and hiding / enjoying a cigarette in the smoking area of the bar just before you guys went out for a live show. I remember you hearing I remember hearing you all ask each other repeatedly, what the fuck are we doing? Except James, who called us a cucumber, reassured you, it'll be fine. Whether this was down to his supreme confidence in the quality of your material, or he simply doesn't give a single shit, who can say?
Yes, I can
Anyway,
say.
I know you quite like to hear how people found you, and I thought this might be a new one. Keep being fucking awesome.
Yeah, that is a new one, Paul. We've never had James bring anyone to the show before, so that's quite
It's a whole new.
It's a good episode, that was. British Crew. Enjoyed that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a good.
Did you? I mean, I watched the VR highlights. Please go and watch them on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, I watch
Search for
them
Bridge Crew.
semi-regularly. They're still good.
Do you? I watched.
Yeah.
I watched them.
I mean, there's like 2 or
recently.
3 highlights videos, isn't there, of them? Maybe 2.
Yeah. Yeah. It was very, very funny when. What was it? My catchphrase was, "Hey, what you gonna do?" And when that happened, I was like, I should not be making myself laugh this much, but you know,
Yes.
the talent.
It is mad when you think
possess.
like with VR sort of being on the wane again, or at least that's how it feels to me.
Until Steam Frame comes back or comes
until
out,
Steam- yeah,
maybe
yeah.
maybe that'll change things.
But then you watch stuff like that stream, and it's like, oh, why is this not the biggest thing on earth? This was hilarious.
I know.
And then, like, the
I
LA
often
Noir
think about that
streams and
about our
stuff.
content.
Yeah, like the LA Noir streams where people just is like James had like text to speech on.
The worst bit of that was when I had to rough someone up, and I didn't realise that you had to like,
Close your fist.
close your fist. So I was just slapping somebody for ages.
Weren't you also trying? Wasn't their body on the floor and you're trying to find a key or some bit of evidence around them for ages?
Everyone
and you
kept
couldn't.
lying to him and saying that they
Yeah.
needed to roll the body over.
Yeah,
And he
roll
just
the body,
was
roll the
like,
body,
it won't
yeah.
roll over. It won't roll over. We just
Roll
missed
that body, James. Yeah, brilliant.
Check the crate.
Yeah, go to, if you want to leave us
Right.
feedback for how you discovered us or whatever, go to tcgs.co to leave your feedback.
James, I should say, I am sorry for how this episode started. I genuinely didn't intend it to be so combative.
That's all right.
It was just, the stuff you said out your mouth. It really pissed me off.
It usually does. It's fine.
Yeah, okay, good. As long as we have an understanding and we both love each other. All right,
Yeah, I love you
next.
deeply. News, right?
Wow. Say it like you
Don't
mean
call
it.
me deeply. Go on, let's get to the news.
Okay, so we had an update on Sega's Super Game.
Update.
Day.
I don't know if you remember this, but this was announced in 2022. And CEO Karuki Satomi, he said, the ultimate goal in the Super Game strategy is to create a game so revolutionary that it attracts far more active users than any of the group's games to date. It's been
Did
cancelled.
they go, oh no, Nintendo are doing Star Fox 64. We fuck.
Beating us to it.
But no, sadly, it's been cancelled. No
no.
details were ever given as to what the Super Game actually was going to be.
Didn't
But
exist.
they did say that it was going to attract a community and streamers in particular.
That's
but-
right. Well, because I remember
So
when we
a live
talked
service
about
game of some sort, yeah.
Yeah, I remember we talked about the announcement on the show, didn't we? And we were like, right, so they've just written a pitch that's just, we're gonna make the best game ever.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Someone panicked in a meeting. And it got to telling us, and now they're like, just so it's cancelled. It's cancelled. It was too super. In fact, actually, we think it's too good to come out, so we're gonna lock it away.
Yeah.
We were
indefinitely.
worried. We were worried about
too
the reaction.
powerful. Humanity
We
can't be
don't
allowed
want
to.
If we release it, the video game industry is dead.
Do you
There
think
will
it's
be
like
no more new
when?
games.
Do you think it's like when BlackBerry had like 3 different models and not a single one of them did everything you wanted?
Yeah.
Because they were like, well, we can't do that because then people will just buy that one and then we'll just have one phone and that's it.
Yep.
I think it's that.
Yep. Yep.
But it's okay because the revivals are still going ahead. So a new
Oh, good.
Crazy Taxi, which is supposed to be a open world and multiplayer game, is still happening.
Even Sega are putting more effort into their catalogue. Even Sega.
Jet Set Radio has got the original developers involved.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Still going ahead. Golden Axe and Streets of Rage are also still happening, but we've had no release windows for anything. But I mean, Shinobi was good, wasn't it? That was
Shinobi was
pretty
really
Shinobi
good,
was very good.
and the new Streets of Rage as well.
Yeah.
Years ago. So
Well, they
fine.
made by the same developer. As well.
Yeah, they were. To be fair, crucially not Sega. I mean, stuff like Crazy Taxi. Like, obviously, I've got a lot of fond memories, but are they
Yes.
best left where they are?
Yeah,
I don't know if the modern one's gonna do
multiplayer. I'm
the
not
same.
sure. I mean, I love Crazy Taxi on Dreamcast and in the arcade, but
Yeah.
I'm not like, oh yes, open world multiplayer. That doesn't really do much for me, but we'll see. I mean, the Super game, it's clearly just going to be a big old live service game, and Sony have scaled back their efforts. Even Sega are scaling back their efforts. I mean,
Yeah.
well, where we'll be in a few years' time, there'll be no live service games. It'll just be Fortnite. Which makes sense, actually, honestly. Like, why go up against that? Everyone's slowly learning.
Okay, next story is that 2 different Xbox controllers have leaked online. So this is according to Kotaku. Brazil's Anatel regulator accidentally shared images of these new controllers, which you can see in the if you go online and search for them.
Yeah, if you want to find them, just Google disgusting shit, and then they'll probably turn up. They both look absolutely wank.
You got
Yeah, they
one
do.
which is smaller with like less pronounced kind of grips, and this is supposed to be a cloud streaming controller. So this is supposed to be like the Stadia controller, whereby it connects directly via Wi-Fi.
It's like a bar
to
of
the
soap with
servers.
2 kind of knobs on the end. It's like, well, why not? Why does the cloud controller have to look like shit? Like, make a regular controller that's got a cloud button. I
Because
don't.
it's probably because they're trying to make it as cheap as possible, aren't they? So
It
it's
looks a
like-
lot like, and I've got a couple of them
the
here,
8-bit
the tiny 8-bit though controllers.
Yeah.
Okay, are they
Um,
okay to hold? I mean, I guess they're.
I mean, they're fine. You wouldn't choose to
12
use them for like
minutes.
long periods of time. Like I use them for my retro setup because they're fine for a quick blast and then that's it. You wouldn't, yeah, I don't know. And
Yes.
it's not like this control. Like if this controller is for streaming devices, I guess. No, I was going to say, oh, would it be better to use with your phone? But no, not really. So I don't really get the point of the smaller one, to be honest.
Yeah, it looks dreadful in this picture. I mean, maybe it'd be better in the hand, but I thought.
Yeah, I mean, these are clearly mock-ups, but like they're clearly just prototypes or whatever. I don't know
I
how
wouldn't say they're
these things
prototypes. I
leaked.
think they're probably just like as close to like full
But you can see
scale.
the materials of the cheaper materials they're using. Definitely, like
Yeah.
I mean, they look. It looks ridiculous, Matt. There's no way this is the
It won't.
final.
I think
There's
it's probably as
no
close to
way.
production as you can get, while these final kind of, I don't know, is it FCC
Look at the fucking
certifications or whatever it
buttons.
is.
Like they're clearly parts taken from other things. Like no, there's no way this is close to production, Matt. No chance.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I mean, the pictures aren't great, but the Elite, which you didn't quite mention, James, but the Elite
Yeah.
3 also looks really rubbish.
I mean, this has got. So this is the other one. So this is the Elite 3, and it's got an interchangeable D-pad, back paddles, and 2 extra buttons with what they're saying are yet unknown functions, and also
Those ones
2.
at the bottom.
Yeah,
like
Fuck, are you supposed to play?
they're rollers, aren't they?
It says
What
there's
are
2. These are scroll wheels.
Scroll
the things
wheels,
on the
yeah.
bottom, yeah.
Oh,
They
when I'm
used to
doing all my
tweak-
internet browsing on the
Yeah.
Yeah.
cool.
But also the Elite 3 will also support cloud streaming via direct Wi-Fi connection as well. But yeah, these are 2. There's no details about launch dates or anything like that yet. For
I assume
these.
we'll see these at Summer Game Fest or
Yeah.
the Xbox show, but
I don't even think these are real. What about that? I think they're either not real or really old. That's my prediction. Here. We will not see a controller like that white one.
I think
And
we
that-
will. I think Matt's right. I think that white one. I think
won't
is going to
look like that.
happen. It's because I think they're doing something that's as cheap as possible. This is going to
Yes,
be.
they will. It won't look like that. There's no chance. It just looks dreadful. But yeah, okay.
Okay. Next story. Okay. So this is another Microsoft one. They're rebranding.
This story is depressing. I don't. It shouldn't affect me. I'll let you tell the story first, and then I'll go off on one.
Hold on. This might be beautiful. Go on. What is this? What are they doing?
Okay. So Asher Sharma posted on X whether the console, like the machine, should be called Xbox or all caps Xbox. So it's all like whatever. So all caps won with 64% of the vote from 19,000 votes, and it's now going to be known this way as being. It's now just called Xbox in all caps.
It's
Yeah.
right. It feels so kind of Elon Musk coded, like making business decisions on a fucking poll on X. It's like I mean, it's not this, but it feels very much like let's ask the MAGA crowd. It just feels. I hate it. I hate it.
It's almost like
Let's
Matt,
ask the people on
It's
Twitter what
what
they
you
think.
always wanted, Matt. You wanted it to just be Xbox, and now you got it. And now, not only is it just Xbox, it's Xbox.
I mean, the capitalization doesn't offend me. It's not that. It's more like the fact they asked people on X, and then the decisions be made. It's like, oh. I don't know. Like
It's like you're trying to make people on X feel like they have some ownership over this.
Yeah,
isn't it?
I just the fact is all caps doesn't offend me, and whatever. Make it all Xbox rather than capital X and BOX being lowercase. It's the fact they asked there. It's the fact that like decisions have been made based on that. It's just it makes me feel unwell, frankly.
it's almost like they're trying to do anything to sort of stay in the conversation. And
But
you
the
know,
decisions they made up to this point, like the last few actually have made, seeming like like we're scrapping co-part development on Xbox, and we're doing this, we're doing that, and I'm just not a fan of this, and I think it's just dumb, frankly.
I do.
I don't know. I don't agree. I
think
think this is the turning point. I think this is the turning point for the whole brand.
I do like sit back and look at this and go, Xbox, man, you got other shit to do. Can you stop?
Priority.
Can you stop and focus on others?
They've got a new
You imagine
logo.
being one of those working for one of those fucking studios they shuttered, and then loading up your browser and seeing this shit. You know what I mean? It's like,
That's what we'll get to
you.
vote on next. Which studio are we closing down? Come on,
Yeah,
guys.
it probably would. Yeah, double fine as it is, or double fine all caps. Which one are we doing? But it's like like her poll only got it got less than 20,000 votes. It's like that also just shows she's got
More than that on a
170
Game of the Year poll, haven't we?
170,000
Mostly
followers
bots, but-
and 19,000
they
votes.
were-
It's like,
yeah, I would say these were mostly Russian bots as well.
Yeah,
those
these
to
were,
be
yeah.
fair,
True, yeah.
Sean. All right.
I just thought, oh god, I don't know, not for me.
Oh, it's all in good fun. Anyway, Subnautica 2.
All in
I
good
think
fun.
It's all in good fun. Anyway, moving on.
Subnautica 2 has sold over 1 million copies in less than 2 hours. Now, the reason I've included this
Oh,
is
it's gone
because
up now.
we talked about this. It's probably more than that. By this point, we talked about this a few months ago, and this is where there was the legal battle between Krafton and Unknown Worlds, where Krafton were trying to avoid paying $250 million dollars bonus if the game did well. And it's where famously the CEO of Unknown Worlds was fired, and then Krafton's CEO used ChatGPT to try and figure out how to avoid paying the bonus, and then lost in court based on the advice that he'd received from ChatGPT. And so after this, the judge reinstated the fired CEO and extended the time, and it extended it so they had even longer to get the bonus payment. And it's now looking very likely that they're going to hit their targets, as it's had a very positive launch.
Yeah, I think a lot of people bought it just to screw over the CEO, basically. I mean, I saw people not roll my stuff, so I'm buying it in early access, probably not going to get a chance to play it for a while, but I just want to do it as like a fuck you to other people.
Yeah, so
It's done very well, and it's also on Game Pass, and which is a huge it's huge to get for Game Pass, and it's still sold this well, as well. So I mean, I didn't play the first one, but this one does look good. I mean, I've heard it's basically No Man's Sky underwater. I mean, which one of us
No
has
Man's Sky
played the
can be
first one?
underwater as well, Matt. That's one of the many things
I mean,
they've added.
fully, yeah, good point.
You know.
But yeah, it's I always like the idea of Subnautica until I found out that there's massive, horrible underwater monsters in it.
Yeah, it does seem like it can be quite spooky with
Yeah,
huge
so no for
leviathans
me.
and stuff underwater, but it does look good. And yeah, with all these people buying this game, it looks like something I might have a look at myself.
Okay, final story is that Sony have just recently announced PlayStation Plus price increases during to what they're saying are ongoing market conditions, which means they want more money. So this is starting the 20th of May, and it's for new customers. And so what will happen is that the prices are going to start for the 1 month subscriptions at £7.99, like pounds, and for 3 month subscriptions £21.99. This is all for the essential tier. So yeah.
Is it just Essential that's going up, or are they all...
Well, that's the only details they've given so far, but I'm sure that those other ones are probably going up as well at some point.
It's
So,
wild where we're at now, isn't it? The fact that Xbox can say ours is getting cheaper and PlayStation says we're getting more expensive, and it feels like that's not going to make a difference to the console wars.
No,
do you know what I mean?
no,
and
of
that's
course not.
what's bad about all this, isn't it? It's like, when Sony get to this position again where it's like they can basically do what they like, and then it's not good where this happens.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, market conditions to affect the price of subscription. I mean, if we're going to be kind to them, and we go on their word. What, like the servers are costing more to run this
It's the
stuff?
RAM, Matt. It's the RAM.
It's the RAM it's the RAM in the machines that power in the servers, and that's why I have to charge more. Yeah, sure.
I wonder how much, like, so all the the back end systems that run PlayStation Network or Xbox Live or whatever. I wonder how much they have to grow over time, because they're hopefully they're consistently selling consoles, but do you know what I mean? Is the system kind of in place and then maybe once a year they revisit it, or is it like every fucking week they're like, oh shit, we sold more PlayStations, fucking hell, we need more servers? I'd just be curious to know how that sort of grows, really.
Yeah, they must have something that like hits certain thresholds and they just increase the number of servers or whatever, but the cloud servers. But yeah, I mean, this is just they could everything keep going up forever, and nothing's ever going to change. It's never going to go down again, is it? That's it.
It was really funny.
Although we said that, we did say about Game Pass, and it did go down, so maybe things can go down.
But then that's a decision made to get people back on side, right? That's That's not
They're
like,
fighting
we
for
can
their
make
lives.
it cheaper. It's not a big deal. Like, that's them trying to win people over. It was really funny. I was talking to my wife this week about, like, 'cause she's still addicted to Pocopia. And I was saying, like, look, you are going to need your own Switch 2 at some point, because this is getting ridiculous. And she was like, well, they'll probably come down in price soon, won't they? And I was like, they went up last week.
Yeah, mad, isn't it?
It is.
And that's pretty much it for the news. I mean, there was also, I was going to include the Virtual Boy stuff, but I mean, who cares? It's
What's the Virtual Boy
What's
stuff?
the Virtual Boy stuff? Sorry, I missed this.
there was 5 new games released for it. To the what's it called?
What
to
do you
the
mean, who
download
cares?
service.
You cares.
I did. I mean, I did download them and I did
Who
try
cares?
them, but they weren't very good, most of them. So
That's a shocker.
It's almost as if the Virtual Boy wasn't very good as a system.
no,
Have they
really
done the new filters yet?
No, that hasn't happened yet. It's
When was the last time you played it?
Come on.
at this weekend because I
I'll play
downloaded
these,
downloaded these to give them a go and see.
How
what
many
they were like.
more
I mean, it's-
Virtual Boy games were ever released that are now on this service?
Yeah,
I
it's
think
gotta be
we're
the lot
close now to them all being out. Actually, there's not that
Fucking
many
hell.
more. The only stuff that isn't going to come out is stuff like Waterworld and stuff like that had like licensing issues and stuff like that. But the
Oh,
top
who's
stuff
going to
is
sue them? Just put it out.
Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
It will sue
I
them.
think
needs money as
Waterworld's
well.
one of those films. I never saw it at the time because all I heard was that it was like, oh, it's lost loads of money. It's
absolutely
a flop.
dreadful. Yeah.
Apparently it holds up. Apparently it's all right. It was just it cost so much to make that it did lose a shitload of money. Apparently it's not a bad
Okay.
film at all.
I think maybe we do a bonus show where we all watch Waterworld and then review it.
Revisit it.
I think that's what we do, right?
bet
On
that.
the pod.
Well, apparently it was because they did actually shoot it all like in the ocean, which turns out is a fucking logistical nightmare. So it cost like so much money to make.
No, I thought it was a set, and the set was one of the most expensive sets of all time or
Yeah.
something.
No, I
It
think
was-
they
yeah, it
actually
was all on
shot it out
water.
on the ocean. I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
find out.
Oh,
We'll
well.
find out on Waterworld calls.
And we'll discuss.
Water
Mate,
calls.
we've got. Should we do that for the bonus show this week? We all watch Waterworld, and
No, I
then
don't wanna watch
like in the
Waterworld,
next
it's
week.
awful.
Oh, James,
There
you're getting paid
there
for
are
it,
so
mate.
many
Fuck.
good films I've not seen, and we're gonna watch Waterworld.
We're getting can't.
We're doing it.
I mean, this
Can't we
is
do
in
like a
many ways
watch
my
along?
fault. So yeah, all right.
We'll watch Waterworld.
Can't we all just press play at the same time and watch it along
Do a
live?
commentary. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Like riff tracks. Or whatever. Is that what
we're
it's called?
not doing that. Right.
I'm just chasing water calls.
Should we get to what you've been playing then? I was thinking. Well, I was hoping.
I think
well,
you should start because you
Yeah,
didn't talk
maybe.
about
Maybe I
Mixtape.
just. Yeah, we get back to Mixtape and Saros, the two games that I've mainly been playing over the past few weeks. Yeah, 'cause it's been a while since we've done a regular. Well, since I've done a regular show. Mixtape then. You spoke about it a lot last week. Everyone knows the premise. It's a coming of age story from Johnny Galvatron. What is his
Galvatron.
name?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of the
I mean,
Galvatrons.
yeah, it's an interesting one. I really, really liked it. I failed to love it, and
really?
I'm surprised.
yeah, I think I'll go into the discourse and what people have been saying about this later.
Not a discourse.
For me, I the game that I would compare it to the most obviously is the Artful Escape, which is Johnny's previous game, and I think that had more to say, and I think it told the story it was saying, like it was telling, in a more interesting way. In that, it was obviously they're going for two massively different things, right? There's one is sort of trying to ground you in reality and get that nostalgic feeling of coming of age time in your life. It was certainly making me nostalgic for a life that I certainly didn't have. Loads of stuff in that game. I was like, yeah, that all sounds great, but that was not me as a teenager at all. I didn't really liked all the characters. This is what's annoying about talking about this game, because I'm going to be talking about it and it's going to sound like I'm being negative, but only in the way that I am not saying that this is like a 10 out of 10 for me. I really love the stuff. There's so much I love about the game. Like, the soundtrack is wonderful. I think the presentation really does show up gaming for what they're doing at the moment. I think it's a huge step forward in terms of presentation. The fourth wall breaking stuff is fantastic. I loved the explanations. I heard a lot of people saying, I couldn't just fucking play the song. Don't tell me why it's picked. And I'm like, no, I love that. That really gives you an insight into why that particular character loves that. And of course, we're hearing from the writers. They're basically talking directly to you, but it doesn't feel like that. It feels like there's someone that loves music so much that they can tell you the exact reason why they would pick this song for this moment. And you're right. I think it deals with some subtext stuff about neurodiversity and certainly anxiety and fear, and I think it does that really well. I just wanted more from it, I think, and whether that was in terms of length or drama, or an overall message, I think the Artful Escape, what I loved about that game so much was that it really had a really strong message of, don't feel that you have to live in the shadows, find your own way and embrace it. And that really struck a chord with me. I fucking adored it. And of course it got to do some really stupidly fanciful things. It was beautiful in so many places. I think Johnny Galvatron and his team are brilliant. And I think we will repeatedly get brilliant games from that studio. Like, I've got no doubt about it. I would put this at an 8 out of 10 for me, perfect, but personally, and it's hard to talk about without it sounding negative, because there's not much I dislike about it. I think I just wanted a bit more out of it. I wanted it to be up there as a huge step forward from the Artful Escape for me. And I never felt it quite got there. I think my other complaint, and I don't want to complain about it too much, my other complaint was that a lot of it was, you're behind this person and they're moving forward in a way, right? Which is weird to say, because all of the Artful Escape is a character's moving from left to right and you're not really doing anything. But I thought it was a really good trick done 3 or 4 times. And then you start to go, okay, I'm going out. I'm going down this hill again, and
I never got bored of that. I mean,
for a game of that length, for a game of that length, it felt like it was repeated a little bit. What I will say,
it's like, sorry, just quickly. I know.
No, go for it.
Last week we were talking about the capital D discourse, people saying it's not a game, and I think that's dumb. But what I should have made clear was, it's fine to not like it, right? If you're like, well, no, I need more interactivity from my games, that is absolutely A-okay. It's just this assertion that there's some fucking conspiracy around people liking it. Like,
yeah, like an industry plant and all that kind of... What the hell?
What does an industry plant mean? Sorry, I don't really understand that. I've seen
basically
people say, what do they mean by that?
Basically, that it's got where it is because either like money's changed hands, or they've got enough contacts within the industry to just make it like well known. But that doesn't force people to like it. That just exposes people to it.
Yeah, I mean, that only will only get you so far. I mean, the amount of money that was spent on Anthem, for example, to try and make you like that game, and it didn't happen, did it? Look, I think I was going to talk about the discourse, actually. Firstly, you will always get people that this has been an argument for years. There will always
be
people
walking
that say it's not
again,
a game.
Isn't it? Yeah.
It's the walking sim stuff. I remember people saying the same about the Tomb Raider reboots. You don't even really need to play it. You just push up. I heard that a million times about that. There will always be people that do that. And I think what it is that they have a very particular view on what makes a video game. And when a game is like, you wouldn't hear these people talking about double exposure in this way because they didn't fucking play it. They've got a problem with it because this is reviewing well and people are reacting to it and liking it. And it doesn't fit their narrow view of what a video game should be. My advice to anyone like that is don't argue with them, just fucking ignore them, because you will never convince them that a video, in my view, a video game can be fucking anything. Do you know what I mean? This is more of a video game than Phoenix Knights. Phoenix Wright. Why do I keep doing that? This is more of a video game than Phoenix Wright. Okay, you know, which at times feels like a book or a, you know,
it's a visual novel.
It's a visual novel, right? But it blows my mind that people will try and pigeonhole things within this medium. Like, the wider it is, the more exciting it is to me. Like, is Labo a video game? It's fucking made out of cardboard and you're not really doing much. Yes, it is, and I embrace that. Like, I fucking love that stuff. But you will never convince them otherwise. And this argument will go on every time there's a really successful game that doesn't involve much gameplay. You will always come across this argument. So I sort of put that to one side. The other side of the discourse that I just will never fucking understand is that it's a woke game.
Yeah, woke DEI.
I think people that are saying that don't even know what they're saying anymore. I don't think they have. Like, I'd love to sit them down and go, why is this woke? Look, I read.
Yeah, explain what you think it means to be woke in this context.
I saw, you know, you see them on TikTok. These video game commentators or these people that are trying to, you know, churn out video game content. They were slagging off Mixtape and going, you know, with its woke agenda, with its like overly diverse cast. Well, actually, it's not diverse. It's all really
pretty white throughout. Like,
I think the only thing that could possibly, and there's not like, there didn't seem to be much implication of gay relationships. It doesn't really go into relationships. It sort of touches on it, but it never really.
It's up for you to make your own decisions about what that is.
At no point did they go, "Hey, man, I'm voting Republican." There was none of this shit in there. So I don't. Yeah. That angle, I think, is just.
That's just bad faith.
Yeah.
It's
bad faith. It's bad faith. It's bad faith. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. I'd like to sit down someone that says that stuff and just ask them why, because I don't think they'll have an answer for you. What's woke about this game? Well, it's not a bunch of muscle men shooting the shit out of people. I don't know. Maybe that's the answer. The fact that it's a female protagonist, but fuck me, we should be so far beyond that. What are you talking about? It's
especially because also like this game also kind of like evokes or like echoes like films from like particularly like films from like the 80s and like 90s and stuff like that, which it like really clearly echoes those films, and nobody goes back to those and says, oh, they were woke. You know, those films.
Yeah, it's again, it's a bad faith argument. It's should I be on this team because everyone's having a go at IGM for giving it a 10 and I'm usually on this side with these guys. Right, I'm going to join that team and go on the internet.
If you're on that side of the argument, you need to have a good on look at yourself, frankly.
Yeah, and this really exposes that, I think, because look, I thought it was brilliant. I thought it had some fucking brilliant moments. The stuff in the fucking Blockbuster or the equivalent of the Blockbuster was hilarious.
The video store,
I was like you, Matt. I spent way too long skipping stones.
Yeah, I could have kept going. I didn't really want to stop.
The introduction of every piece of music in that game is wonderful. It's not always my sort of music, but holy shit, am I loving it? I thought the ending was beautiful. I think it was really well done. I cannot wait to see what that team do next. I just think for me, I was expecting a 10 out of 10, and it felt slightly below that for me. Like I think back to The Artful Escape a lot. I think about its story and its message and moments in that game a lot. Whereas this, I came away from it going, that was really good. I don't think it's going to stick with me as much as that game did.
Yeah, The Artful Escape was much more of an experience, and and definitely, I think, in part of that because of the music and the visuals, and it felt psychedelic. Whereas this is much more grounded.
It's quite a lot more
But
literal, isn't it?
See, I
I loved it for that. I mean, I think it's probably more 9 than it's not a 10 for me. It's a no, 8.5, 9. But it's I thought it was fantastic. But I didn't mind the fact it's grounded. But I will say, After the Skate was much more of an experience. Like you've got to play it, you've got to see it for what it does.
I preferred this over Artful Escape, and mostly, and I think for me it's largely because of like the soundtrack. I preferred the soundtrack in this. I really like connected with a lot of the songs that were on there and everything, and and also, I mean, I enjoyed the it's going back to a childhood that also I didn't have either, but. That's not the point. Like for me, this was not the point. It was that sort of imagined childhood, really, or imagined teenage. That we all kind of saw on TV. We all sort of consumed that. Like when we were growing up, like particularly in the 90s. And I don't know. I really dug that. I thought it was great.
On the soundtrack, have you seen the stuff about the licensing?
No, go on.
They
Quite
said
interesting. So this was I think it was in a Kotaku interview with Johnny Galvatron. So when this came out, I was worried, as it turns out, were a lot of other people, that the game's going to disappear after a certain amount of time because surely the licensing agreements for all the music is going to run out. Because we see this all the time, soundtracks. Any game with real cars in usually falls foul of this.
Yeah.
That the Star Trek game, James, that you streamed, that disappeared after being out for 3 years because the Star Trek license ran out. It's fucking awful. But anyway, so apparently they paid the extra cash to have everything licensed forever. So the licenses for the songs will not expire. And apparently it wasn't even that difficult. It was sort of interesting. They talked a bit about the process of getting the music, getting the agreements to license the music in the game. And so they had a music supervisor who basically, they had a sort of wish list of bands that they might want to get involved, and the music supervisor was like, right, none of those. So you're not going to get like the Rolling Stones or the Beatles or do you know what I mean? So they were like, you got your aim a little bit lower, which I thought was interesting because you think, well, yeah, there probably is a scale of how difficult certain musicians or whatever they are to deal with. But apparently it is perfectly doable to license this stuff forever. It probably helps when you got Annapurna money behind you as well. But
yeah, for sure.
Also, like the discussions about why isn't there a streamer mode for this? It's like, well,
because it ruined it.
Yeah, they couldn't take out those tracks or have non-licensed tracks. It would like totally disrupt the whole game. So you're like,
but the music's completely integral to the game. It makes no sense to
it would be hilarious though if there was a stream mode. It was just like unlicensed, unknown tracks. And this is DJ Wata with
this next track is Candy by Iggy Pop, and it's like I think I came away thinking that it felt like a game that the creators wanted to make, and that is really important when you're playing a game like this. That it felt like that it didn't have hands all over it and too many cooks and all that sort of stuff. It felt like they wanted to produce a certain type of game, and they nailed it. I loved it. Like I thought it was really, really good. I was fascinated by what some people were saying about this game. I think there's there's definitely darker stuff bubbling some of these opinions that are floating to the surface, and it confused me more than anything else, especially the woke stuff. I looked at it and just thought, I don't even get what you're trying to say here. But there you go. I
just think what's so cool about Beethoven and Dinosaur, the devs, are like, if you were to explain to people, they're like a studio that sort of specialize in music games, and what, like Guitar Hero? We're like, well, no, games about music. Do you know what I mean? In a way that a music game couldn't be. They're games that are, they're not necessarily, you're not necessarily doing anything musical, but they're games about what music means to people. And I think that's really interesting. And I can't wait to see what they do next.
I'd love to see some of the artists play this game and get to their bit of the game, because I think, look, maybe I'm overthinking this and just putting thoughts into people's heads and stuff. But if if this game had used a track that I'd made and produced, a song that I'd made and produced, and seen the respect it gave it, within this game, I'd have been blown away. Like I
Well,
can't imagine
is
an artist not being blown away by seeing their their song represented in this.
So this is a thing, Johnny Galvatron says, like, because obviously they have to show the artist how the song is, is in context in the game. He's like, so you email Billy Corgan a video file of the character going, this song's by the Smashing Pumpkins and it fucking rules. Billy Corgan's like, yep, looks good to me.
Approved. Yeah. Billy replying, "Is it woke though?"
I mean, knowing the way he is these days, you might actually have asked that.
So that was Mixtape. Look, I very much enjoyed it. I cannot wait to see what that studio do next. The other game that I've put a lot of time. Oh, and sorry, before we move on, I would like to say as well, you were very, very right to compare this to the likes of Double Exposure or the Life is Strange games, because I think there were moments of that where it was doing a very similar thing, and it had its same, same problems. Where you're walking around someone's bedroom and just picking up their shit and then saying stuff about it while they're there. It doesn't feel natural, that stuff. So it did have the same problems.
But even that,
go on. It just shows you that when the writing's done right and the character interactions are done right, it sets it so far ahead what Life is Strange has been doing for the past 3 or 4 games. For sure. Sorry, Matt.
But even that, like, I noticed straight away if someone's talking and you go to pick something up, like, you don't get the audio of someone describing that item until the other talking is already finished. And I swear, in the most recent Life is Strange game, like, they talk over each other and stuff. So it's like, it's just nice that that's such a simple thing, but yeah. I was like, that stuck out like a sore thumb.
I have also been playing a lot of Saros. I'm on level 4, I think. We had a very fun conversation in the week.
I was hoping this would come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we had a very fun conversation in the week where so I'd listened to you guys talk about it last week, and you went you were talking about the modifiers, and you can click it down and you can click it forward and you can add harder things and put easier things, but you've got to keep it balanced or whatever. And I went, I've not fucked around with that yet. So I was in the second area and I loaded it up and I was like, where is this? So I was, maybe you need to go up to one of the characters. Maybe you need to go up to compute. Wait, why can't I do this yet? So I Googled it and it said, you get this after beating the second boss. So I was like, oh, see, I put in the WhatsApp group. So then I carried on playing. I beat the second boss and then I got the option to do it. And I replied and went, oh, guys, where are you up to then? And you went, yeah, we're both in the second level. I went, well, you can't. You were talking about the modifiers on Saros last week. You've not. No, you get them after beating the first boss. I went, you fucking don't. And there was a bit of a standoff, which there always is in our WhatsApp group when we don't agree on something. There's always a bit of fucking is, fucking isn't, fucking is, So then I looked it up, and it turns out that you guys are just both shit at the game. Is that right? That's
it took me 4 goes to beat the first boss rather than 3.
Not what it said the criteria was.
So we talked, didn't we, about so there's like a skill tree, and you earn points each run, and then you spend them, you get these upgrades and stuff. But then there's a point where it's locked until you beat that first boss.
Yes.
And so we found out that if you've maxed that out and then died to the boss 4 times, it unlocks the modifier.
Yeah, it goes right. Yeah. We'll give you this early. Fucking hell.
That was me. Yeah.
God, that made me feel so good. It made me feel brilliant, Sean.
I still haven't started using them yet, but yeah, that was me.
You probably should, Matt, because you sound like you're crap at the game.
Yeah, we need it, man.
I think 4 goes on the first boss didn't feel like it took too long on it, but clearly too long for the game.
4 goes, but 4 goes after you've maxed out the tree, so you didn't get to.
I don't know about that. I mean, it's 4 goes in total. I might have upgraded a bit and come back and anyway. Or no, it's only 4 goes.
What the criteria says on the internet, Matt. I think.
Or no, it's only 4 goes.
Might have been an AI answer. It's probably inaccurate.
Yeah,
yeah, probably was actually. Yeah.
Or Matt's telling Porky, Sean. Have you thought about that variable to the conversation?
I got really close to my first go, and I was like, I'm going to do this first time, and then 2 other fuck ups. So I think it's 4th. Might have been 10th.
I've done a couple of bosses first time. How far in are you now, Matt? Because you've got.
I'm still only on second one. I barely played it this week.
Oh right, okay, right. There
were 5 biomes, aren't there? 5.
No, I think there are 8 in total.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm on 4. I got down to that boss on the first time I fought it. I got down to a sliver of health left, and one of those lasers swiped me and took me out. I was absolutely fuming. Saros. So I was a huge fan of Returnal. I found it too hard, like most people did. I played it when it first came out before all of the updates to it that sort of helped it along its way. I was really excited for Saros because I thought they'd spoken during the development about how much they'd learned from Returnal and how much they wanted to improve it, and they agreed that it was too hard, and they were looking at ways of improving that. I hadn't followed too much of it. I'd seen a few trailers of Saros, but I didn't look. I very rarely read previews and really go into watching preview videos and stuff on games that I know that I'm going to buy. So I was quite shocked by just how much like Returnal this game is. It is very, very similar. Like the structure's practically identical. It's just got, you can upgrade your character more than you ever could in that game.
But that is pretty key to making it easier, and you can, if you are struggling, grind enough to to make the game easier. Plus the modifiers.
It is easier. Easier. I think in a number of ways it's not as good as Returnal. I think certainly when you first boot it up, the intrigue of the story is just not there like it was. You think about it as a basic concept. Returnal, you're flying in a spaceship, you crash land on a planet, and you get out, and there's loads of your own dead bodies about, and you start to uncover things and find them within the world as you're walking around. Like you find these things that link you back to your home life and all this sort of stuff. I thought it was really, really interesting.
There's more of a mystery, I think, in that.
Yeah, totally. There's no sort of a mystery here, but it's not very interesting. Like the setup is pretty poor. The characters aren't great. The interactions you're having with them. I mean, every time you talk to one, I always end up far too close. So you go up to a character in the passage, and you press triangle, and you are like nose to nose, like chatting. That always fucking weirds me out.
I think some of the writing is genuinely quite bad as well. Friend of the show, Gary Dutton, sent us a screenshot of this is just one of the little text logs that you find dotted around, and it because the story is like people are landing on this planet and they all seem to be sort of going a bit mad for reasons no one really understands. And this one he showed us that was just someone being like, oh yeah, this is someone I was friends with on the team. We always we used to laugh about we had this in common. And this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. And then it just ended like, I laughed when I shot her. What?
Yeah.
It's like it's supposed to be this like, whoa, what a twist. But you're just like, what?
Yeah, so last week I was still blown away by like the performances. I mean, I would just to clarify that I think the voice acting is great, and I think Rahim Cody is great voice acting wise.
Or is it done by people you respect? Because I didn't.
Well, no, I think the voice is fine. Good. It's just that. Just the way it's like presented, it just takes me out of the experience.
It's really stilted, isn't it?
If I close my eyes and listen to it, it's okay. It's more just how it's delivered. Yeah, like it just doesn't look great. It's stilted.
It feels very like these weren't like real conversations people had. It's people recording lines in a booth and then being stitched together, which is the reality of how a lot of this stuff gets done. But you can just really feel it here, I think.
I think it gets worse as well because in the later levels you start to spoilers. I guess. It's not really a spoiler, but you start to find people within the world and you have conversations with them out there, and those are dreadful. Like those are really, really bad. I think the runs can take way too long. Yeah. There's nothing worse than doing a 45-minute run and then dying, and you have to do another 45 minutes to get back to that boss again. I find that really frustrating. The biome that I'm in at the moment is actually quite long just for that run to get to the boss. But really, you want to do probably the biome before there to build up your character to a point where they can easily rip through that.
So it's in the later biomes. It's not like the first one where once you unlock the boss door, it's only really kind of like 10 minutes to the boss
It
room.
sort of feels like I'm missing something on the one that I'm doing. For those of you that are playing this game, I'm on the one with the lift, where you have to activate two sides of a lift, and then you go up and you fight Legion, I think, is the character, or someone like that. And you have to activate both sides of the lifts every single time.
All right.
And I'm like, I just want to get to the boss at this point because I feel like I've got the pattern down. I think I could take it down with some actually quite basic weaponry, because it's not that hard to avoid their attacks. It'll take me longer, but I'm confident that I'll be able to dodge the bullets well enough.
It's quite funny as well because you sort of, so in like the first biome, you reach the boss door, but it's locked. It's like, there's some other stuff you got to do. So you go off on this other path, and you get the thing to unlock the boss door, and then it's like, oh, there's a teleporter, and you're like, oh shit, does that mean I can teleport to the boss door now? Yes, from the end of that optional path.
Yes.
But when you're doing another run, you're still going from the start. You still got to go through so actually all you've unlocked is my guess is that if you're like, right, this is the run, I want to be as powerful as possible, you do all the extra optional paths, then teleport back to the boss and do the boss, because then you've fought more enemies, you powered up more, but that must take so long to do a full run that way.
Yeah.
That's how I killed the first boss. I went because I'd already unlocked the boss door on one of the other 2 or 3 occasions, and then I went a bit on the first level.
Going down now.
No, 2 or 3 occasions before I did it on the 4th one. Up yours. And then I got to a bit where there's some looks like a broken building, and I fell down thinking but I couldn't get back up, so I had to do the rest of the run. Oh shit! But then I was like, okay, might as well. And then in the end, I was powerful enough to whip its ass, so it worked out.
I think some of the enemies are a little bit too repetitive, and I think genuinely there might be a little bit too much going on in terms of mechanics, and that sounds like a weird thing to say because you want games to be complicated and you want to wrap your head around them and stuff. But when you consider the fact that there's the upgrade tree, the different attributes that you've got that all I don't know what all of those attributes do. I'll be honest with you, and I'm 10, 15 hours in or whatever it is. You mean
like the 3 different coloured blocks you get?
Yeah, it's like integrity, adrenaline. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what adrenaline
does.
Integrity's your max health, isn't it?
Yes, integrity's max health. But then there's the 3 little bars down the right hand side. I'm sure I could look into it. Like I could look into it, but there's so much going on, and then it's like, yeah, okay, right. But now you're in eclipse mode, and that means that if you get hit by the yellow ones, then your health, like your maximum health, goes down, and blah blah blah. And you go, okay, fine. And then there's all these other little bits and pieces that I'm trying to keep in my head. Like I played most of the weekend, and I unlocked the parry mode, which I don't think you guys have got yet.
Oh, no.
But these are like when red things get fired at you, you can parry them back.
Right.
And then I played for like 2 hours and forgot that was a thing. I got to the end of the level and then turned it off, and I went, oh yeah, I can parry. Like it just feels like there's so much in there, which should be cool, but it's actually
I was enjoying
still
that.
Like okay.
I keep forgetting that the weapons have like alt fire modes.
Yes,
that's the thing, right?
Yes, I very rarely use the alt fire modes. You've not got the weapon yet, but they've got a sort of crossbows type thing. The alt fire mode in that is fantastic, and that's when you go, oh yeah, I've got to do that. It is quite funny though, because the alt fire mode, and you mentioned this last week to James, but James, to use your normal gun, you hold down the right trigger. To use the alt fire mode, you hold the left trigger down halfway, to use your power weapon, you hold the left trigger down all the way, and then you shoot it. The thing is, I can't imagine anyone holds the left trigger down all the way, because all you have to do is gently rest your finger on the left trigger, and it's like, right, that's the alt power mode. So I've got gently rest my finger and then jam it all the way down. They're the 2 different modes that I use. But having said all that, the combat is fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
And when you're up against it, the boss designs are fucking great. The attack patterns are incredible. Like it is beautiful to look at, the amount of bullets on the screen, and when, as you say, trying to work your path through each of the attacks to say, okay, I hope I get attacked in this way because it lets me build up this, and it means I can fire this back at them. Like that's when Saros is doing what it's doing best. Like, you know, this is in no way a bad game. This is just not the game I was hoping that it had the potential to be. Fuck me, I love playing it. I really love playing it. I know John's having a lot of. I was chatting to John about it a lot. He's a lot further on than I am, and he's really struggling with the repetitiveness of go back and do another hour's run before you get to this boss now. And I understand that. I'm not there yet. Like I've had my arse handed to me a few times, and I thought this time I'm just going to take it easy and go back to the first biome and do it all without barely getting hit because it makes me feel good. Do you know what I mean? And also because I've unlocked all these extra items, it means that I can access way more stuff in that first biome than I could when I first did it. I think I've beaten that first boss like 3 or 4 times now because it's just fun at this point. Like it's not challenging at all because you're so overpowered and the combat feels so good. You're so used to it. You're getting better at it. That I love going back and doing those things just for the combat, and that's really important. Like the combat is fun. It is a fun game to play.
Does the combat feel like significantly better than Returnal?
No,
Would you say?
In my opinion, I may be misremembering it because this was a long time ago. We're talking 6 years ago or for me it'd be 5 years ago since I played Returnal, and it feels very, very similar. The only thing that it really adds that blows my mind is the shield, which I think is a brilliant addition. Like it's really fucking cool. But again, that can get a little bit complicated when there's so much happening on the screen. When you're starting to get different color balls flying at you, it does get a bit like that first boss. Let me give you an example. That first boss has a great attack where it's a wall of orbs and it will flash up on one side blue, on one side yellow. If you get hit by the yellow, you're in trouble. But if you've got your shield up and you get hit by the blue, that gives you power back. So that whole shit, I need to be in the right space. That's great.
Well, you can get away with absorbing the yellow stuff.
Yeah, but they do still harm you, don't they?
They reduce
take off
your
your
max
maximum
health,
yeah.
but then you can clear that that corrupts you, which reduces your max health. But then you clear that when you fire your super
power weapon
beam.
Oh,
whatever it
okay,
is.
cool. Well,
So that's why. So that first boss, even though it's just blasting you with yellow stuff, you can just be like, right, absorb, shoot, absorb, like it.
Oh, see, because I was just like not absorbing that stuff at all.
Oh,
I was
really?
just avoiding all that shit. Yeah. I didn't
No,
want-
for
I
me it
didn't
was
want
like
to get
playing
anywhere
tennis. It was great. It was just-
but like the problem is that when it does that, it's really cool. When you've got 5 enemies on the screen, all throwing different coloured projectiles at you, it feels like a bit like I'm missing that element of it in this combat arena. Like I wish it was a little bit more separated like this. So, you know. So yeah, look, I fucking love Saros. I'm really enjoying it. Again, like Mixtape, I just wish it was a little bit more. I think I wish it was I wish it had a lot of Returnal. The stuff that it hasn't got of Returnal is the stuff that I want from Returnal. You know what I mean? I want that really intriguing storyline. I want that really interesting lead character. I don't get that with Saros.
Which is a shame because I thought, I mean, maybe this is just me imagining things after seeing the trailers and stuff. I got the impression this was like there was a bigger focus on story with this one.
Yeah,
but
so did I.
I haven't felt
massively,
it at all, really.
No.
And you're in the 4th biome now, and it still hasn't kicked on story-wise.
No,
enough?
it has. There's been some moments where it's because you forget, like because these games we don't really boot these games up from fresh anymore, do we? You know, it's usually straight from the. You forget that at the start of the game there was all that stuff of 2 people in bed together and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
That comes up. You go to different areas and you see stuff. But I love the fact that when I was playing. You see stuff.
You see everything.
I love the fact that when you're playing Returnal, you were just walking into the next bit of a level and there was a fucking mansion. Well, not mansion, but like a big house there.
Yeah.
And you walked into the house and it all felt part of that world. Whereas this, it feels very like, and now you're doing this bit of story, and now you're back at like the stuff in the passage really feels like they played Hades and went, let's do something similar, and sort of missed the mark with it. But who knows? There's still loads of that game to play. So
because with Hades, every time you died, you were like, I'm looking forward to seeing what everyone has to say when I get back. Whereas this, it's like half the time they have nothing new to say, and even when they do, it's just like, okay.
I mean, I am full on sprinting past them to get to the portal, every time I go back there. And yeah, stuff happens out in the world and you report that back, but I've not had any interest in interactions with any of them. Just nose to nose deadlines at the moment is where I'm going. But yeah, that is my feeling on Saros so far. My biggest problem is, I know it's going to take me a long time to get through. And there are some games coming out.
Yep.
Aren't there? Forza's going to take
Forza's this week
for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, isn't it? I think Forza?
It is tomorrow. As
is it? Yeah, I've got it pre-downloaded.
Yeah.
I'm well psyched for that. It looks and it's reviewed so well.
I need to play that game. Looks good. They're the games that I've been playing this week. James, what have you got on your list?
Yeah, I've got 2 things. I've not really played very much this week, in the last week rather, but I did finish inKONBINI, the one store, many stories that I talked about last week, which was the the game where you're in a Japanese convenience store and you have to sort of manage it over a week and chat with people. And as I said, I got to the end, but I ended up feeling quite disappointed with it by the end, mostly because I did enjoy the tone of the game, but it's exceptionally limited in what you like do throughout each day. And I was expecting there to be, and I see that's the thing, I wasn't so bothered about the mechanics of it, like the fact that you're going around having to face up cans and things like that, or reorder stock and all the thing. I enjoyed that. I thought that was good, scanning items, but I was expecting more from the story aspect, because that was what it was kind of sold on, was this idea that you're like having a chat with these, with people, learning about their lives and, sort of, whether they've, had like interesting experiences, etc. But the stories, there's only like 4 other characters that you really interact with, like throughout the whole thing. One of them is really weird, and I did not enjoy interacting with at all. And the other 3 I found a bit boring, really. I didn't feel like they were saying anything particularly interesting, and I'm not asking for like high drama here, but just something which is a bit more engaging than what they were offering, which was very little to nothing. And it was one of those games where it was a nice diversion, but it's nothing special at all, and I felt it's quite overpriced for what it is the other thing. I mean, I paid like 18 quid I think for it, and it was done. I'd finished it within and it's not about the length; it's about the quality of the experience. And I think the quality of the experience was not, I would say, worth that at all. It was, I was disappointed with it. Really, it was a bit of a shame.
Oh, what a shame. I did briefly try this, but just I don't know, it's just not for me. I I did the initial just putting some drinks out on the shelves and stuff, and I just thought, nah, I'm not going to get anything from this.
No, it was there's not really much more to it than that, apart from just chatting with people, and as I said, not very interesting. But then the other thing I started playing was Pragmata, and I
don't know where you're gonna sit with this one, but go on.
I mean, I'm only a few hours into this. I'm into the second area, and I think I'm towards the end of the second area now, because I've done some unlocking of that massive barrier thing, and yeah, I wasn't sold when I first started playing this, but now I really love it.
And welcome aboard.
No, the hacking stuff I really enjoy. Mostly, I do, because I like the tension it provides. Of because occasionally, you like when you're you got them coming towards you, and you're just like scrambling to to do it like quickly, so that you can you can get the what's it called, the damage multiplier, and I'm really enjoying it. And also I'm finding the character interaction to be a highlight as well, because it's just the right side of being slightly cringy, but in a reasonably good way. And I'm enjoying it.
Have you played hide and seek yet?
No,
have you played hide and seek?
No, not done that yet.
I played that way too much. Mainly because Charlie was sitting there and going, "God, let's play hide and seek again. We've got to try and find her again." It's like, she's always behind the fucking balloons, boy.
But like the
I'm
core
glad
loop of
you're
it
enjoying it.
is great. You know, like going into the because many times now I like go into areas, you know, pick up as much stuff as I can, and then go back, you know, to the shelter,
Yeah,
so then
yeah,
I can, you know, upgrade my character and all that kind of thing. And yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. I think it's you know, I mean,
It's really fucking good.
I've read a couple of reviews of it. You know, people saying like this. I read the Edge review where they talked about how there wasn't enough sort of not enough sort of humanity as like part of it, but that doesn't really bother me at all. It's
I don't really agree with that. I think some of the stuff Hugh comes out with about his background and stuff, I think is really interesting.
Yeah, what the fuck?
no, they sort of they made out that it doesn't go far enough with like exploring what it means to be, you know, human or anything like
Oh,
that,
right,
or
okay.
what it means to be, you know, what an AI construct is and that kind of thing. But
Okay.
I don't know.
That's what weird
Bloody
criticism.
Edge magazine. What do they know? What score did they give it?
They gave it 7.
Well,
Yeah.
there you go. Edge 7. It's a classic.
But yeah, they were right about Mouse PI, which they gave 5. You know, which was correct. That was the correct score. And also
Frank and Clock
Kiln,
and all that.
also a 5.
Yes, sadly, deservedly so. I think they rated Mixtape highly though, didn't they?
Yeah, did they?
But
Give it a
then
9.
it's an industry
Well, they
plant,
would because
so-
it's fucking woke.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 It's
Oh,
part of the
Probably-
conspiracy.
They're given
Yeah.
£5 million
Industry-
by the
industry
Ellison
plant.
family.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kept Edge alive for another 3 years, haven't they? Look, I love that game. I really think back to it. Like I went back to it after I completed it and did a bunch of stuff as well. I think Pragmata is really fucking good. I can't wait to see what you think about it. Have you knocked the difficulty down yet, or are you keeping it at the same one?
Yeah, I've knocked it down because I just want. I'm just having
okay,
a fun
so-
experience with it.
Did you do that straight away, or did you try?
Yeah, I did it straight away. Cause,
Oh, okay, fine.
yeah,
Fair enough.
I'm fine with it. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking great. And the guns in that game are superb. That shotgun.
The other thing I like about it is the way that it throws, you know, like the upgrade like material and stuff. You get a lot of it, like, you know, like quite quickly as you're like going through, which I thought was quite good. Like it gives you a lot of latitude to sort of to experiment with upgrading, you know, the various.
and it
components
doesn't
and
stop.
stuff.
There's so much to upgrade in that game. Like
Yeah.
I was nowhere near maxing out anything. Well, no, that's not true. A few items I maxed out, but like
Well, initially, you're like you know, there's only a few different weapons, and they have like 3 upgrade levels or whatever, and you think, oh, I'm only like 10 hours into the game, and I've maxed all these out. This is weird, and then you do another chapter, and it's like, yeah, there's now more weapons
Loads
and more
more to do,
levels
yeah.
for each weapon. Yeah. So,
yeah.
No, it's
Fucking
great.
superb game. I'm
Enjoying
glad
it.
you're enjoying
Yeah.
it. I was slightly concerned, but I'm glad you're enjoying it. Sean, you've
Hello.
got games.
I've got games. A couple of them will be quick. So we've been back on Fortnite this week because they've added a load of Overwatch stuff to Fortnite. It's actually quite impressive.
That's
beca-
weird.
It is weird, but
It's a bit
it
delayed, isn't it?
but it worked for reasons I'll get into in a second. So basically, it's actually quite cool. There's Tracer's pistols are in there. Mercy, like the staff that Mercy uses, you know, the healer, and then like a few other bits. And to be fair, like they have like the abilities that they do in Overwatch. So if you get Tracer's pistols, you can do the forward dash thing and the rewind thing. So that you can run around a corner and shoot someone and then hit a button and then rewind back around the corner. I was like, yeah, to be fair, that's quite cool. Anyway, we played a bit of that, and Isaac was like, this is great. What's Overwatch? And I was like, let's play Overwatch. And it's been fascinating because do you remember like all the bad press it has, and I think justifiably so, because they a couple of years back they did this whole thing where they're like, right, we're releasing Overwatch 2 and it's going free to play, but then it turned out it wasn't a separate game. They just updated the original, like, so you could have paid 20, 30 quid for the original Overwatch, a game that you owned wholesale, and then they just went, it's a free to play game now, and that has completely supplanted the original Overwatch. Like it's a patch, and now it's Overwatch 2, which they claimed was like, oh, because we needed to like really substantially update the code base because we're adding this like PvE co-op stuff, which they then never did. And it's like a real fucking mess. Like it was so messy. And then they finally did the thing. You know, we've always been saying that like Bungie should do a Destiny 2, and then the Overwatch 2 just became Overwatch again. Still free to play, but But yeah, it's just Overwatch, and yeah, it's fucking great. It's still really good. It is 100% the game you remember and enjoyed all those years ago. I think was it like 10, 11 years old at this point?
It's an old one, yeah.
Yeah, we've been having a really fucking good time on it.
And does it seem does it seem more popular now? It's gone through all the rebranding, and now people are just back into Overwatch like they were. I mean, it probably wouldn't be as big as it was, but
I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, I don't know what like the overall numbers are. Certainly, I've not struggled to find a game at any point. And I think, like, I'm having not played the game for years at this point, I'm just not being good at PvP multiplayer stuff. I'm holding my own. So I think there's probably other new, either like new or lapsed players coming to it because
so Fortnite's doing its job.
Yeah, like, because I really, because the worry is when there's a PvP game like this, it's been running for so long, you try and get into it after 10 years, and it's like, oh, well, the only people playing it are the absolute hardcore, and you just get your ass kicked. That hasn't happened. I'm probably playing against bots, who knows? But yeah, it's cool. Like, the characters I love are still there, and I am sort of gravitating towards them. But fuck me, the roster on it now, it's absolutely absurd.
Is it like a
so many
added
characters.
Really?
What, sorry?
They've added that many more characters.
Yeah, there's fucking dozens of them at this point. It's mad. And so it's been fun occasionally trying a new one out and trying to figure them out. And I mean, it's been really fascinating, like playing it with Isaac, because he's used to Fortnite, and he's never played something where each individual character has loads of really quite sort of like a couple of abilities, but the way you use them can be really deep, and you got to be really think about he keeps like playing as a healer and then just running off on his own and just trying to fight enemies, and it's like, no dude, that's not what this character's about. But then I'll explain to him about like hanging back, staying with your team, etc., and then he'll play as Diva, and who is a tank who has like shotguns, who is supposed to be getting up close and causing trouble, and he's hanging back. And I'm like, no, this character's really different. So you play this one completely differently to the healer you just played. So it's been like really interesting sort of seeing him get his head around that stuff. And yeah, and I've convinced all my mates to download it. I had a session with a friend of the show, Cammy, today, and we had a fucking great time. So I think we're all Overwatch guys now.
It's out on everything, isn't it?
It is. It's out on everything. Yeah. I will say that's one thing. So I've made an account for Isaac. Cannot get my head around adding each other as friends. It doesn't seem to work. I don't know if that's because he's got a child account. I've looked at all the permissions and shit. That's the other thing. I mean, you know what it's like setting up your child for any sort of account. Like, I literally looked at my inbox and I had like 10 emails. It's just like, oh, you're trying to log in. Oh, your child's trying to create an account. Oh, here's a code for you to log in. Right, here's a code for your child to log in. Okay, you've made your child's account. It's just fucking email after email, just all the sort of login bullshit and permission stuff you have to do. But it's done now. But for some reason we can't add each other as friends. But whatever, I'm sure I'll figure it out. Yeah, Overwatch, still good.
An excuse? Oh, sorry.
No, well, no, it would be cool if because at the moment it's just me sort of watching him and trying to explain things to him without just being like, no, you're playing it wrong. Do you know what I mean? I should just leave him to it, really, and just let him enjoy himself.
Sounds like
but
it, yeah. It was. I'll always be fascinated by what happened to Overwatch. It was definitely the darling of the video game world, and it just went so sour out of nowhere. And I don't really understand why. I was never really a fan of Overwatch. Like, I liked it initially, and then I found it a bit tiresome. But like, there was part of me that was definitely like, I remember at the time, and I'm probably wrong, but a lot of the games I was like, every single match seems to follow a very specific formula here, where they always end in the tightest margins, and that cannot possibly be the case. So I was always a bit skeptical of it. But I did enjoy it for like a month or two. And then, I just remember there was a certain subset of people that were just like still playing it years afterwards. And then the second one came out and it was like, fuck Overwatch. And it was like, whoa, what happened? I never really understood. But,
well, as I say, I think it's like so much of it was just the way the launch of Overwatch 2 was handled. It was really, really weird. But like I say, the game is still what it always was, and it's still really enjoyable.
Cool.
we then tried to so having failed to add each other as friends on Overwatch, I noticed that Wildgate has appeared on Game Pass. This launched last year, I think, and is a bit sort of to look at, is a bit Overwatch-esque, which is why I thought, I should try that with Isaac. So this, what I got from what I'd seen from trailers and stuff was that it's like a first-person hero shooter. But each team is on a spaceship, and saw trailers where it's like, you like jumping between the spaceships and shooting each other and stuff. I was like, that looks quite cool. But having now played it, it's a bit more involved than that. It's like each crew, each team is on a spaceship, but you're in like an open bit of space, and there are space stations dotted around with loot in them. So each team is flying around on their ship, trying to get into these stations, kill, there's like NPCs in there. So you're like killing the enemies, looting the stuff, whilst also being aware of the threat posed by other crews. And it's properly interesting. So basically all we've done is like the tutorial, and then you can just play it in like a PvE mode where there's just AI controlled ships with crews on them. For probably playing against other people might be really miserable. I don't know. But it is but the way the combat works is quite Sea of Thieves, in that you're having these fights with other ships, and one person can be at the helm, and then you got people on the guns and stuff, and you're exchanging fire, trying to damage each other's shields, but also you can just open an airlock and jump out and fly to the other ship, try and take people out, or make their there's like a reactor that you can make explode. Just interesting sort of couple of different tiers of ways of fighting each other. Seems really cool. That kind of, I don't think it flopped, but obviously it wasn't a huge hit. So hopefully it coming to Game Pass gives it another.
This looks great. I'm watching a video here of this for 9 months ago. It's really
cool. Good. It would be if we weren't already doing the generation game, it'd be a good stream for the four of us, I think.
Said no other podcast ever.
Yeah.
Sean, I warn you, you're setting yourself up for some mighty fine upset in your life soon.
Oh God, go on.
When Isaac gets his own friends that he wants to play video games with, you
see, because I love that. Like, he's got a couple of mates who so he's got one mate who plays shitloads of Minecraft, and one who plays a lot of Fortnite, and it's really nice to see when he gets to play, particularly the friend that he plays Fortnite with. It's really, really nice.
But he still wants to play games with you, right?
Yes.
Harry has zero interest in playing video games with his dad at this point. He goes up to his room, shuts the door, and that's it. It's really devastating. I've sort of resolved just to try and spend time. Harry, do you want to watch some 18 rated movies, or do you want to? I've got some alcohol down here if you want to come in. And he's like, "No, Dad, I'm playing Fortnite with my pals." I'm like, "Fuck that."
I'll do it my own.
Isaac wants me to play with him and his mate, and I'm like,
we went through that period with Harry, and I had to say, absolutely not. Why not? The worst is when you're playing. I was playing I don't know, FIFA with Harry or whatever. He was up in his bedroom, and I'm downstairs. We're chatting on Xbox Live Party chat. And then one of his mates will join the party, and I instantly go because and then when why did you leave? And I went, because that kid, say his name was Brian, it wasn't, but that kid, who are you playing Xbox with, boy? Oh, Harry and Harry's dad. What?
Well, this is it.
It doesn't sound good, does it?
When I was doing the school pickup the other week, so Isaac and his mate that he plays Fortnite with were both like, "Oh, you should play Fortnite with us." And I was like, "Look, I'm not saying no. I'm just saying why. I don't."
Yeah.
I never would have wanted my dad to hang around with me and my friends, but I guess I'm just a little bit cooler.
You're not like our dads, are you, Sean?
Yeah, Asher has zero interest in me joining any Minecraft games he's playing.
Well, because you sit in the background and take the piss out of him while he's chatting to his German mates.
Sometimes,
there's no real surprise to that, is there? But I like it. It's I'm really going through that phase with Harry at the moment, where it's like we'll be watching something, and then he'll come down, and I'll go, "Oh, should we watch an episode of this?" And he'll just go, "I'm just gonna go upstairs and chat to my mate," and I'm like, "Motherfucker!"
Does that not give you a bit of?
If you're swearing at him.
that not
What's
give
that?
you a bit of freedom back though? I suppose you still got Charlie, right? Who's
I don't want freedom back. I want my
No?
boy back.
Oh.
Yes, no, it does. It's just we don't know what to do with it. We
Yeah.
sit and look at each other and go, so what do we watch? In fact, actually, we just started watching Sopranos
all right.
because we're like, well, we need something long and that is going to fill this never-ending social
before,
awkwardness
David?
between the two of us. Huh?
Have you seen it before?
No, I've never seen it before. So
That's one of my favourite series. It's very good.
yeah, I know. I'm 2 episodes in. I'm really surprised at how funny it is.
Yeah.
But this isn't the Sopranos podcast, is it? So let's get back to video games.
Last one quickly. So I streamed Amberspire last week. So this is the new game from Lunar Division, who made the Banished Vaults, which is the go on.
Can I tell you about this street? Is this like the city building thing you were playing?
Yeah.
I watched a bit of it.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'm going to comment, and you know how you do, you comment on the streams and you get in the chat and that.
Yeah,
and I was just watching you playing it and going, Sean doesn't need me getting involved here. Sean doesn't need to know that I'm here, giving him shit while he's playing this game. He looks like he's having a really nice time. So I just went quiet and then watched for a bit and then left.
Fair enough. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all we ask.
I'm growing up.
So yeah, this is by the guys who made the Banished Vault, which I think was a couple of years ago now. That was the sort of freaky, depressing, terrifying space sort of management sim where you were sort of in control of this sort of flying cathedral in space and trying to escape a malevolent entity. And it was just really fucking bleak. Whereas this, so it's like a similar sort of deal in terms of the skills that it needs from the player, but it was a lot more chill. You like building a city on this moon, although the moon is like a mausoleum to a dead society. So there's like you start the game and there's like a few buildings dotted around, and then just this big fucking hole in the ground where it's like, oh yeah, that's where all the people are buried. I don't really know what significance that has yet because I haven't played enough of it, but yeah, it's like this. So it's like a turn-based city building game with a lot of dice rolls, which, as is always the way, feel incredibly fucking unfair. But you're placing buildings that generate resources, but then each turn, you'll be like telling which buildings you want to generate resources, and each one of those rolls a dice. So it might generate a resource, or it might affect the weather. So and then there's like all these weather conditions. So there's like fog, or this like this special grass, or rust is like another one. So they're these like sort of things on like dotted around on the map. The more weather you incur, the worse they get, and then they affect the way you have to build, or you have to build stuff that gets rid of them. And yeah, so it was just an interesting take on like I always say I like city builder games as they sort of gradually get a bit more complex. You're managing more and more needs as you go, and it was an interesting take on that because you're trying to physically expand this city, but as you're doing that, you're encroaching upon more of these sort of weather effects that are dotted around, trying to generate resources without pissing off the moon too much and creating too many of these hazards. I had a really fucking good time. The soundtrack's gorgeous as well. It's really, really nice sort of.
I love the muted color palette as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not quite pastel, but it's I love how it looks.
So yeah, well worth a look.
Cool. I'm just proud of myself that I didn't destroy your stream with my wit.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
I do it quite a lot. I often go and watch the stream, and I don't feel the need to come in the chat because what am I possibly going to add?
I thought you were going to say, I do that a lot. I just thank, Dave for not ruining every given moment.
Yeah, I do. Thank you for not.
Because I could. Well, fucking good.
Shall I do?
There's some minor breaking news. Well, it's kind of.
Oh my god.
There's a Jason Schreier scoop.
Oh my god.
If you want to call it that. If you want to call it that.
Come on.
It's not major. PlayStation Studio Business CEO Herman Holst told staff in a town hall Monday morning that the company's narrative single-player games will now be PlayStation exclusive, confirming Bloomberg's reporting from earlier this year. So just single-player games staying on PlayStation, but presumably any other multiplayer games they release, they'll still do PC and multi-format. It makes sense. I mean, like they realize people buy PlayStations for those. So, next God of War, the next Horizon, the next Last of Us, whatever, they'll just stick on PlayStation, which makes sense. Also,
I don't know if I'm
was
right,
it Ghost
but
of
it always...
Yotei port a disaster, or have they had some disastrous PC ports? Is that also
Yes,
maybe
they
another
have.
reason?
Was it Spider-Man 2 was shit?
Spider-Man
wasn't
2,
it?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
think
mean,
it
I
makes
know
sense.
there's been this noise around Saros not selling loads, and everyone's like,
Yeah.
well, if you
Not
put it
selling
on...
loads, apparently 300,000 copies.
Oh,
That
really?
was
I know
what the
that
report
sounds
said.
all right.
Mm.
Does it?
You don't think? Oh, no, no, no.
300,000 copies for a game that
Yeah, I
that's been
suppose,
in
'cause-
development
yeah.
for that long. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's quite poor.
Yeah, but and people were making the point like, well, if they put it on Steam, maybe that would help. And then apparently, Returnal only sold like 15,000 on Steam or something like that.
Yeah.
So maybe not.
Yeah, I think this makes sense. I can see why, and whether this is anything to do with the next Xbox, playing PC stuff or not, I'm not sure. But I think it just makes sense to, they want to sell consoles. Console sales probably going down with the increased prices. This is a way to help bolster that a bit by saying these games are staying on console.
Yeah, my theory would be that it's all well and good to try and get as many sales for your games as possible using the PC market, but you still need to sell your next console. So, the next one's around the corner. You would imagine that they will at least be talking about it in the next couple of years. If people have it in their heads, I'll wait a little bit and play these games on PC rather than go out and buy a new PlayStation. That's a problem for Sony in the future. So,
especially because like Sony is well, I wouldn't say they're primarily, but like hardware is very important to them. I would say more so.
They love hardware.
Than it is, more so than I think it even is to Xbox. It's like because Xbox always feels like it's more like a software, like sort of
services. Yeah.
So
for sure. Also, before we go on to questions, Sean, I am interested to get your take. Obviously not news, but the follow-up to Disco Elysium.
Oh yeah,
that's out this week as well.
Reviews.
Yeah, reviews getting really, really good reviews.
How do you feel about
that? Well, as I said, when I played the demo, like I got nothing from it, but I don't think I'm capable of being objective about it.
Well, this is it, isn't it? It's like for me, it feels like it would be easier for you if it was just shit. Like, and you could just write it off. But I
mean, it's interesting. I think it was Edwin Evans Thirlwell wrote a thing on Rock Paper Shotgun about how. So I don't think he's finished it yet, but he was just sort of writing about his feelings on it so far. And apparently, like so much of the writing and the story and stuff is about like media being illegitimate or legitimate, like what's real, what's a bootleg, which kind of feels like them sort of trying to address the situation in an interesting way, which is cool, like fine, good. I just as I say, I personally did not get anything from the demo, so I don't think I'll be investing.
Well, even with these huge reviews for a follow-up of a game that you absolutely adored, and I know it's essentially a different team, but I'm surprised by that. I thought, I'd say it's really easy to turn around and say, this shit game, I'm not going to play it, but I'm surprised there's not that intrigue there, considering how well this is reviewing.
I'm certainly intrigued, and as I say, it's like obviously, everything that's gone on with the studio. Clearly, they've drawn in enough. What? Go on.
Sorry, I caught myself, and it sounds like I'm putting you on the spot and saying, hey, Sean, what have you got to say about? That's not the case at all. I'm genuinely interested to hear how you feel about it. Genuinely, this isn't like some sort of gotcha moment.
Like obviously, a lot of those the original sort of core creative team, Disco Elysium, not being there anymore, like is a big deal. But clearly, they've drawn in like-minded, talented people. Who've gone on to work on this. Like I'm really pleased for the team. Like it does still great that the trailers are like from the people who made Disco Elysium, and it's like come on, come on now.
I love that you get that. I've seen, when you get from the people that bought you GoldenEye, there was always that stuff going on. What they've gone on to 14 different studios. From the fella that made the tea for the team that... you know what I mean? It's still an important role. Okay.
Yeah,
all right, I
that's
thought it
yeah,
was
so,
interesting
so
to
this
ask
week
you
we've
about
got that. We've got a Yoshi game. We've got Forza.
Who's Yoshi this week? Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Forza,
Yoshi's like kind of down there. I've not seen anything from that
I'll wait
game
for
that makes me
reviews on
think
that. But
it's
Yeah,
going to be a
100%.
banger.
I'm definitely tempted with Zero Parades. But
Yeah, I'm not touching that until the reviews come out. And then also you've got to factor in the Nintendo, like the, the added
Bump.
points that get added to
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Metroid Prime 4, whatever it's called,
it's this
is
generation's
the
Ocarina
Ocarina of Time. Jesus Christ, that was a bad take. That. Right. Okay. Each to their own. Let's get to questions before we wrap this one up.
If you want to send us a question, go to tcgs.co. One person who did that is Scotland's biggest Cammy. He says, I had a dream that Dave was kind enough to put me up during a trip to London, but his kids were terrified of me because they'd never heard a Scottish person before. Why are Dave's children so afraid of the great nation of Scotland?
Because they were brought up right, Cammy. That's fucking why. All right.
So you had an opportunity there to be better than the version of you that exists in Cammy's subconscious, but you,
he leaned into it.
What's the point in lying? I don't know. I don't know if they've met anyone. Oh yeah, Charlie. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to record it for you next week. Charlie, for some reason, wanted to speak like a Scottish person all day on Saturday, wasn't it? Because he kept saying I'm Scottish" over and over again during the Eurovision Song Contest. I don't know why. I'll record it for you because it's one of the funniest accents. It's not even close. Like, it's not even close. It's so fucking weird that Jam and I were just belly laughing. So, yeah. There you go.
Are Scotland
That's what
even in Eurovision? I don't do Eurovision.
no, we're just
No,
Great Britain, aren't we? For
Yeah, I was going to
Eurovision?
say, yeah.
Well, no, it's the
United Kingdom.
Oh, it is the United Kingdom, isn't it? That's
I
represented.
mean, I know, I'm 41 years old. Don't ask me what the difference is between the two because I always forget.
What, Great Britain and United Kingdom?
Yeah.
So it's the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, or is it the other
Right.
way around? Have I made myself?
no, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah. Great Britain is England, Scotland, Wales, and the United
White
Kingdom
Britain.
includes Northern Ireland. Hey,
Speaking
listen,
of Eurovision, fucking robbed, by the way.
were we? It was
yeah?
dreadful.
Nah, the song's a banger.
No,
loved
it's not, Sean.
it
Didn't we get 1 point?
Yeah, we got one single
Yeah.
point.
Sean,
Fucking
it was
joke.
like one of those things where they just went, right, we've been shit for years. Let's do one of those kooky ones that always wins Eurovision. And they did that the year that the rest of Eurovision went, no, we've actually moved on now.
Yeah, we're doing
We've-
serious
high
songs
art
now.
Yeah, just taking it. I mean, all the other countries are just taking it very seriously. And yeah.
Yeah.
They
okay.
zigged, we zagged.
So, sorry, actually, there's also the Lego Batman game out this week as
Oh,
well, which
shit,
I'm
yeah,
also
yeah.
really tempted by.
And yeah, apparently it's really good.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't
So it's
really
4
expecting. So.
Well, we don't know about Yoshi yet, but at least 3 great games out this week, plus Yoshi.
And then I think next week is Mina the Hollower, which I think I'm the only one who's really
Yes.
excited about. But it's
I'll wait for reviews, but yeah, people seem quite pumped about that.
Yeah.
I'm not genuinely not crowbarring this in, but you, with regard to Eurovision, right? The one of my favourite live acts, Get Down Services, were on Jules Holland last night, and the amount of people that were exposed to them for the first time that know that I've like followed them for years, messaging me saying we need to put these boys into Eurovision next year, and I'm like, yeah, we do actually, yeah, we do. They'd fucking win it. They would fucking win Eurovision. Those two, 100%.
With just like no like stage production whatsoever, just them.
No,
Just-
as little stage production as possible. Just those two halfway through ripping their shirts off and talking about eating flour and calling their shit a cake. That's all we need from them. They will win Eurovision 100%. If you've not seen that, watch Jules Holland from this. It's wild how they do that song, and then next up is Squeeze doing normal music. I like it. Right.
The next question comes from Claire Pothole Jones. It says, hello, 4 normal-sized men. Since my recent shout-out on the pod about why we have so many potholes, my life has really taken a turn. My debut novel, Any Holds a Goal, has been sitting at the top of the Amazon Roadworks romantic fiction chart for weeks now, and I've even hosted the annual Bitumen Awards, a.k.a. the Bitches. Truly, you've changed my life. But enough about me. I have a question, and a topical one, no less. As everyone and their dog seems to be having a go at being the UK Prime Minister these days, I just wondered what video game-related law you'd pass upon seizing the reins of power and the keys to number 10. Would you make it illegal for Matt Murray to choose things in best console drafts, for example? Would you turn the console wars into an actual war with uniformed, shouty men and slightly more lethal hardware than we're generally used to? Or would it be something a little bit more sensible? Thanks for making me smile and brightening my day every week, and huge congratulations on reaching 10 years and 500 episodes. That's a proper achievement right there and extremely well deserved. Here's to the next 500, gents. No pressure.
Cheers. My law would be you're not allowed to move on to... Console makers are not allowed to move on to the next gen until they've got a fucking good idea. And if the idea is just a slightly better one, go away. And we're keeping in this gen. But we really want to make money. I don't give a fuck. Come back with a good idea. That would be my law, 100%.
Can we make it the law so that when you quit a game, it either says, we'll save your game, or it's been X number of seconds since we last saved?
Yeah,
that's all I want.
Well, that's what, Sean. I like, because I've obviously been using my PS5 a lot more than my Xbox. I still really miss the what they call it on Xbox, quick resume across different games. Like that is such a great idea, and it works so well on Xbox. It kills me that there's not something similar on the PlayStation. Really winds me up. Oh God, I've got so many of these. If the power goes out in my house, I don't need the console to bollock me when I turn it on.
Yes.
You didn't turn me off properly.
PlayStation's so bad for that, isn't it?
I hate it.
It does that whole like
rebuilding the database.
We've got to rebuild the right.
Yeah.
Right. You turned it off wrong. We've got to rebuild this fucking library. You're going to sit there and wait. Like that does my fucking name.
There's who is it? It's a funny woman on Instagram who did a video that was like doing an impression of consoles that like rebooting them after they've been powered off incorrectly. And the Xbox is just like, hey man, what's up? And then the PS5's like, no.
yeah. You get the same thing with USB keys though. Have you ever pulled a USB key out of a computer and it could just completely broken and corrupted and lost all your data? Because I haven't, but it feels like the computer's going, what the
you didn't eject it?
It was errors.
Everyone remembers
the errors.
that.
Okay, we fixed the errors. All right.
Everyone remembers that screen, don't they, from like Windows 95 with that, it is now safe to turn off your computer. It used to have when you did the shutdown.
Matt, any laws you've passed?
I think every single game needs a clock in terms of how long you played the game, because some don't, and it really annoys me. Every time you go to like when I save a game, I also then just, I don't know why, 'cause I'm weird, go back into load game to see if that load game has a timer, and it doesn't. And so
I do that sometimes,
I mean,
yeah.
I have my console on, maybe I'll go make a tea or just leave it on for a while and come back, and I'm like, I know the PlayStation dashboard is probably just counting every single second I've been in that game, let alone the actual hours that I've played the game. That really does my head in.
What gets me is when you're looking at your save files and it shows like the time that you, like the clock that the time that you saved.
I like that as well, but I want the length of time I'm also playing. I want every stat in it.
Yeah, because to me, I would much rather have the length of playtime rather than the actual time. Like that, I don't care what time it was. Yeah, I know I played it till 2 a.m. last time. It's not important. I want to be reminded of that.
You fucking little grass.
I like that though.
You've been playing
I want both. I want both. Yeah. This is a bit rich coming from me, but I feel like there should be almost like a gaming theory test where you've got to have like played games from every generation.
Right, right. That is a little bit rich coming from you, isn't it? What the fuck? Where's that come from?
Just think it'd be a great rule, wouldn't it?
Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do is we're going to do a video game theory test and see how you get on in a future bonus show. That's happening, Matt. I cannot wait for that.
100%.
Right, the three of us.
I meant more just like you've got to play the games and like a certificate of completion or whatever. Yeah.
Yes, we're going to sit you down and we're going to go through all this stuff, Matt. We're going to do it on a bonus show. Me and Sean and James are going to work on our theory test for Matt.
Oh, was it? Is it a theory test where what's it called? Where you sort of have to watch? You probably still do. Watch a video. And you have to click every time you saw a hazard. Do that. Mario's there. Click. Who's that? Oh, fuck him.
Click, click, click.
Yeah. We can combine that with like typing of the dead, where you're like, okay, name the character. Okay, it's Peach. Oh, fuck. It's Link. No, it's Rio.
Also, another law. I just thought of one. This is going to upset you, James. I'm really sorry. Let's just get buttons standardised, please, across the board.
I'd be
A
up
in
for
one
that.
position, B in another position, X and Y. No, don't say yes, because everyone took the piss out of me when I suggested it about 4 years ago.
What people took the piss out of was you
No,
suggesting that
well-
it had to be the Xbox like version. Is what it
No,
was.
I just said I would choose that one because that's the controller I'd use. I use the most. And then you went, great, so Japan is shit then, are they? That's what you kept saying. It was embarrassing. Anyway, I would like that to be
You were
standardised.
It's got you there, Dave. Should we move on?
James hasn't come up with a law.
I mean,
Oh,
I
that's
did
true.
think of one, but I'm just going to anger people if I say it.
I mean, it
Well,
sounds
you're-
entertaining.
You're
so I think go
co-host
for
on
it.
the podcast, James. You should be saying.
You should actually say something. You can't just.
No,
I'm going to sit this one out, boys.
No,
I don't
because
want to cause any controversy.
because it just goes back to my general
Just say it.
dislike of roguelike deck builders. And I was going to suggest there should be a quota system for these games whereby
Well, there's too many of them.
there's too many of them. Basically, if anyone tries to develop it, it's like no, go back and do something different. It's do something else.
Do a
Are
different
you
genre.
suggesting that maybe we have a point system to decide how many of these types
Yeah,
of
Oh,
games
yeah.
that you don't like?
Wow.
'Cause
Wow,
they're
James.
infecting your
you're
video
completely
games.
yeah.
There's a lot of those games in hotels at the moment, and are you
Yeah.
suggesting
You don't like them.
where
Because
were
they're
you
different.
Saturday, James? Where were
Yeah.
someone check his location?
One of the 43 arrested.
Okay.
I'm not denying it.
The next question comes from, I don't know how to pronounce this name. Nilekaw. Let's go with Nilecore. That'll be incorrect.
That's
£7.70 a
wicked.
pint in the Phoenix, chaps. That minimum spend is going to be just fine.
Welcome to London, baby.
Off the back of your excellent Greatest Console of All Time episode, reaffirming your collective status as the WWE of games journalism. I'm not sure I like the sound of that. Can we be one of the good wrestling companies, not the horrible one? What would be your individual monikers and entrance
one.
music? AEW, everyone likes them, I think.
Do they?
What would be your individual monikers and entrance music, a la Dwayne The Rock Johnson entering the arena to Lil Wayne's seminal "The Block Is Hot"? See you in October. I'll be there with my foam hand and homemade cardboard sign. Stay glorious, you beautiful bastards.
Intro music would be Faint by Linkin Park. Probably.
How's that go? Sing it.
And then it like kicks off, you know.
That's
That's
that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Someone's
probably just
going
go
to say
with-
that's actually not Faint, or whatever.
I'll probably just go with Final Countdown by Europe. Isaac and I were going through, because we're playing Fortnite again this week, and we were just going through like all the music that you can buy on it. And Final Countdown was on there. And I got to tell Isaac about the time that I was supposed to go and see Europe with some of my friends, but I couldn't go because I had diarrhea. And he did not stop laughing for a long time. It's the funniest thing he's ever heard.
I can't wait for you to tell him about me at your wedding.
Oh, God, yeah.
I've got another diarrhea story. Quick,
Yeah, I'll go wake him up.
Mine would obviously be the theme tune to Birds of a Feather.
yeah.
That's a true classic that could be played in any situation, especially with me running down the aisle to "What'll I Do When You."
Can I
Do you
say
remember
Linkin
when we-
Park song was actually Numb, not Faint.
Oh,
just before,
man.
just before someone, Chris Ban, I think.
Fake
will,
fan,
will
yeah,
message
Chris
me.
would probably,
Yeah, 100%. He's already livid.
I'm going to go
Already
with
detrimental.
Twilight by ELO. That's,
Nice.
that's
How's that go?
It's like
That's Linkin Park song.
And also, it sounds like was it da 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 da, da, da. Is that the casualty
Not
theme?
the- yeah, it's
Yeah, yeah,
casualty.
it's casual.
Or
That
the
sounds like
casualty
what you were
thing.
saying.
That'd
Oh
be
my
great because
God,
it has
that
that
would be
intro,
good.
doesn't it? It's like,
Yeah.
and everyone would be like, "Oh my god, that's James Farley's music."
That would be Oh, James, that would be brilliant. Oh, James, we've got to do that. We've got to. That would be so good, wouldn't it?
So, yeah, start.
Someone, you know, like you can in the latest like wrestling games or whatever, you can create really good looking like people that look like. Someone,
Yeah.
please create James in that and have as the casualty theme tune as he comes out. That'd be so good. And then he gets in and does a T pose like he does in front of his students.
I think there's a bunch of kind of like garage mixes using the casualty like sample as well. So get one of them in as well.
Oh yeah, that's
really
bound
amp
for
it
the
up.
bound for the that. No,
Yeah.
what is it? We don't stop getting shot.
Yeah,
That
shot,
one.
shot,
God,
shot,
it's
shot.
so bad. Can't believe people listen to that. It's so bad. The music was shit. When I last did my last stand-up set, was on Ian Lee's Set the Agenda. Fucking, that must have been so long ago now. Probably, it was probably 12 years ago now. Part of it was about how I had the shittest I'm the shittest generation for music when I was growing up. You know, we didn't have the music of it. We couldn't include the music of the 90s. We had garage music.
UK garage, yeah.
Yeah, and then I started saying, yeah, and one of them was bound for the reload.
Yeah. I used to quite like UK garage back in that age,
So
but
did I. We all did, Matt.
Yeah.
Go and listen to it again, and you're like, what did we? Especially
but
that
I was still
one.
like, oh yeah, the good old days.
It
Yeah, so if
drives
they
me
made
mad.
mixtape, if they were a mixtape, but it's basically the base of like UK for
Yeah.
3 or 4
Yeah,
UK lads.
Pure garage.
Yeah, brilliant.
drives
DJ
me-
EZ.
It drives me mental to this
Sambuca.
day. If you ever hear Clint Eastwood by Gorillaz on the radio, it's the fucking garage remix. It's never the original. Like, there are people who
That's changed.
know that it's a remix. They're just like,
No,
oh,
that has definitely changed of late. Like that even it's.
I still hear
I
the fucking garage one on the radio.
Really,
Yeah.
no, I think that has flipped on its head now, and people appreciate the other one more. But yeah, I mean, you're right. NFC, your girl from across the room. Give me your number. I give you my number. Oh my God, what were we thinking?
Oh yeah, good shit.
We went to the bar for a
Sambuca. Oh, wide boys.
Right, should we do one more?
We do one more. I don't think it will take long to answer. This comes from Princess Donut. I've recently been suggested the audiobook series Dungeon Crawler Carl. It's as close to a computer game as a book can be without being a choose-your-own-adventure game. A quick look in your Discord would suggest that some of your listeners are fans as well. My question is, are any of you fans of this audiobook series? Gentlemen?
No.
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 All right.
All right, that sums up, that ends this podcast. You know, when I said, shall we do one more? The answer should have been no. We should get to the socials, Matt. Have you got much to say this week?
Yes, Play by the Bell is happening Wednesday. Are we telling
Wait,
people
hang on.
you're-
Is that when are we doing? We're doing Patreon on Thursday, aren't we? Yeah.
Yes.
That's fine.
So are we telling people what's written down here, Sean? What
Yes,
you're
I'm
playing?
going to play Space Haven because I've started to feel like City Builders is my thing on stream. So this is one where you're building a spaceship with people in it.
Nice.
Might be
So
good.
Wednesday, 9, Play by the Bell, Sean's playing Space Haven. Thursday, if you're a patron supporter at the £8.50 tier, we are watching the Generation game with both Brucey and with Jim.
Can we,
Details.
can we guarantee that one of the episodes that we're watching will involve the pottery?
No,
Oh,
we
the
can't
pottery wheel.
guarantee that. No.
No, because that means just watching the whole thing. And
Yeah.
Still most episodes, so it'll be fine.
Yeah, good. Yeah, that's Thursday at 9. Friday at 9, James and I were back playing Reanimal. We played last Friday. We're back in the world of Reanimal. We had quite a good fun, didn't we, James? We enjoyed that.
Yeah.
That's Friday at 9. They're all on Twitch. Well, no, the Wednesday and Fridays are on Twitch.tv. That's TCGSCO. And if you missed the streams live, you can go to YouTube and search for TCGS in there and see the podcast on video. You can see the VODs of Sean's streams, the VODs of the Reanimal streams, and anything else we've done. And the website tcgs.co with links to our amazing Discord community, our socials, our store. If you want to get a James Chris Farley t-shirt or another just TCGS branded t-shirt. Socials are on there, podcasts, Strava Club, that's all on tcgs.co.
Thank you so much for living it. When we watch the Generation game, every time the word cuddly toy is said, James has to remove a piece of clothing. We will catch you next week for some more video game chit chat. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
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 Goodbye.